your Twitch? I go ahead.
Are you okay, Twitch?
Yeah, there we go. Okay,
Yay!
live from the
The internet.
Boston suburbs. It's
It's Saturday night.
it is Saturday night. Yeah. Hello everyone, and welcome to Adventure on So Many Levels. Rime of the Frostmaiden. That's the echo of the tomb tapper falling over and turning to stone. So, uh, I'm Christiana Ellis. That's the next thing. I am the dungeon master, and our players tonight: Spence as Mara,
I don't know how we're going to fix this, but we need to get out of here. I'd like get to the tower and go.
Lee Burdett as Iggy, David Archambault as Wilfred Cole,
And that's why things our minds keep changing and wow, that's a really big thing, and that's how big my hammer was. Whoa.
Jason Banks as Rowan Gregor will be joining us a little bit later, and then we have Paul Weimer as Aule.
Good news, I'm the second tallest member of the party again. Bad news, I'm the second tallest member of the party again.
And Nobilis as Arvik Marcher Northwind.
You say
think
so
I
much
did
in
it
that
better.
corral.
He just wants to go home to Keothi and live his Goliath life.
So, Jinx, who owes who a fantasy coke? Who wants to talk about what happened last time?
I can do it. So last time, I will do this in the Mara accent because it will help me. So even though Mara said, hey, we should rest, everyone was like, well, let's go in this tower. So we went into this tower. There was a big, gross, froggy thing, and we killed that, and that was fine. But then we went up to the top of the tower, and there was another froggy thing, and it was looking through a telescope. And we were like, can we hang out here? He was like, sure, but I need someone to help me with my telescope. Well, no one could help him with the telescope, so he was like, get out, get out. And so we had to kill him too. Then we had a long rest, but when we had the long rest, 3 of our members of our party had a strange feeling in their head that they could not trust anyone. So we start trying to find the next tower, and we get attacked by a tomb tapper. It's very big. It has a giant maw in the middle of its stomach. It's very gross. And so we almost lost Wilfred, but we did it, and that is good. And then we killed the thing, and I realized that there was something going on. So great restoration, and Wilfred was back to his normal size, and he trusted us again. But unfortunately, a couple of other people don't. And they have disappeared. We don't know where they are.
Yeah.
Oh,
They'll be
also
fine.
we found a tower with a whole bunch of chronomancy around it. But that wasn't very important, right?
I really want to go back there again, take more detailed notes, but
Yes.
whatever.
So, let's actually pick up with Iggy first. Now, when you left the rest of the party behind after that fight, where did you go? What was your mindset at that time? Like, what were you trying to do?
I think what I think what it was is Iggy was thinking that they were dead weight, and so they were just moving on towards the next tower. I mean, I've already lost an eye to these things, so let's just get this done, get it over with. Let's. I'm tired. I'm tired of just all of this nonsense. So
Right?
that's
But
he was kind of striking out on his own because he thinks they think they'll be better off
Sure.
on their own then
Were you heading for the next tower, or
Yeah.
were you thinking? Okay, so are you
Yeah.
heading for the tower that the party was originally heading for?
I think so.
Okay.
Just as a, I mean, it's a good a location as any.
All right. Sure. So I will go ahead and give you the description for that because you would be arriving there first because everyone else is kind of rounding up that battle and finishing up what, the conversation about Wilfred.
Mm-hmm.
So as you make your way to that tower, arriving there first, sorry, let me get helpful to have this ready. Okay, the top of this tower is shaped like an axe blade. Red light shines out from a slender window high overhead. And once again, this tower has, various runes on the outside and so on. Would you be inspecting those or heading on inside the
Yes.
tower?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I'd try to inspect it and see which tower this one is, because
Okay.
I mean, better
go-
safe
Yes,
than
because
sorry.
that information has been very
Yeah.
useful to us in the past.
Sure. So go ahead and make an Arcana check.
No, I can't. Grand
Yeah.
total of 7.
Well, so I think you are finding that like you should know this, especially just given what you have seen on the other towers have all been schools of magic, and you know the schools of magic, and you're just feeling frustrated right now. You just feel like you realize you're kind of just in like like you feel a little bit confused, a little disoriented, and then as you're kind of just sort of puzzling out like what is going on with me, you kind of it breaks like a fever a little bit that you realize that your thought that the rest of your party was dead weight, that they were probably just going to, mess things up for you, that you couldn't rely on them. Like, you sort of just suddenly realize that came from this kind of psychic pressure here in the city.
Mm-hmm.
And that you now realize that, like, oh, that was kind of it felt a little bit like your brain was partially asleep from the pressure of sleeping in this city, and so you
Yeah.
kind of shrug it off a little bit, and you realize now that that was a magical influence, and you think
Mm-hmm.
that might have been part of what was making you feel so antagonistic toward them.
Mm-hmm.
Now that said, you still look at these runes and you're feeling like, ugh, I just can't make myself remember the runes right now.
Okay, so now that I've kind of figured that and the fog's clearing away, I think I'm just gonna sit down outside the door and wait for the rest of the party to show up.
Okay.
Have a drink, have a short rest. We'll get here eventually.
Yeah. I want you to, I'm going to have you make a perception check here.
Okay.
Ooh. No. Okay.
Perception check.
Yes, perception check while you're waiting.
5.
Yeah. You are still just out of sorts. You feel like you're maybe just not going to feel like yourself till you can see your friends again.
Yeah. And also that these dice are not the ones that are going to help me out, so I'm going to switch back to my other dice.
Sure. Okay, so we'll pick back up then with everybody else. We have just had you all recognized that Wilfred was once again under the influence of like just the psychic pressure of this ancient city. was making him a little paranoid, and so you cast Greater Restoration in order to remove the effect, but it had the simultaneous effect of restoring him to normal size as opposed to his magically influenced 21 foot tall height. So you have shrunk back down, and you also feel once again like your friends are capable and worthy of your trust, Wilfred.
Yeah, and
At least-
Wilfred immediately, got down in dust and frost and just kind of started scrawling out, arcane things and babbling about how psychic energy and causing things, and it's like, yeah, and yeah, that's why I was acting weird, and
Wilfred.
what?
Okay, we need to focus because the sooner we get out of here, the sooner our friends will also feel better.
Okay, yes.
So,
So Iggy and Rowan snuck away while all that was happening. So what are you all thinking now about your next path here? What would you like to do?
Yeah,
Finding Iggy and Wilfred, with Rowan, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Well, oh, honestly, I think maybe I, I mean, at least Iggy knows what our goal is.
well, so does Rowan.
Yeah, maybe we'll find one or both of them at the next tower.
We're on the
Maybe
way.
they'll.
Valine says, well, even if they felt as though they needed to try to do all of this on their own, they are still thwarted by the same force field we are, and presumably, unless they have a better idea of how to defeat it, they would still be wanting to visit the towers.
Yeah.
So I think the best thing to do is to just simply go on to the next tower and see, and
Yeah.
do that without them.
If he doesn't meet us up at the next tower, then we will go looking for him. Yes.
Yes.
And I can try and do a message
Mm-hmm.
in some directions every so often, just in case they're in range in that
All
area.
right. Well, let's not dawdle then.
Yeah.
And
Alright.
Mara kicks the tomb tapper as she goes.
Yeah. Make a make a Constitution check.
Okay. 14.
Okay. Yeah, you do okay, but it does still hurt your toes because it is a currently about 8,000 pounds of stone.
This is the first time that you've seen Mara hold it together after killing something too.
Well, it wasn't exactly alive.
Well, that's true, but still.
All right,
So yeah,
let's
All right.
get to the next tower.
So
off we go.
yeah. So as you are all making your way towards that tower, which isn't too far because it is where you were on your way to before you ran to try to hide from the tomb tapper. You are approaching the tower, but please everyone make your own perception checks.
Okay.
And I think when about 30 feet away, Wilfred will try and do a
30-20.
25.
14.
Oh,
Wilfred
there you
will
go. You
I-
just had to go and.
we'll do
I have
do
a
quick
plus 7
message
to
saying-
perception. What do you want?
Do a quick message saying, Iggy, Rowan, we're coming. We're coming this way. You can reply to this message.
Doing it in the direction of the tower. What's the
Yes.
range of that spell again?
It's like 120 feet, I believe.
Okay. Well, I think with Mara's 25, she actually spots a figure who you believe to be Iggy hanging out at the front of this tower before you have even gotten that close.
Yeah. So Mara just sees Iggy and takes off toward them.
But the other thing that happens though with that 25, Mara, is that you spot circling in the air, having obviously seen Iggy, and now probably having seen you too, you see what looks like a black bird, a big one, like maybe a raven. It is clearly already seen you, and it is turning away to fly off to the south.
And I'll just clutch my raven clasp on my cloak, and
How far?
Yeah.
Are you pointing it out, or
Yeah.
well, my eyes are definitely following it.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, if you guys want, you can notice that she's suddenly looking up in the sky instead of.
What is it?
A raven, a very big raven. I do not know if it is an omen or if it is another creature we will have to face. Or it could just be a warning from the deity that I'm supposed to be working for right now.
if it wasn't for that, I would have shot it.
Well, thank you for not shooting it.
I wouldn't think a
Did
raven would be
Avarice
common
have
here.
a familiar?
She did, and it was a raven.
Avarice.
Who is Avarice?
Valine looks at you and says, she actually, what she does is starts to say something and then just kind of yes, Avarice
Oh,
from the Arcane Brotherhood has a raven
Crap.
familiar.
well, that's not good.
A tiefling wizard that we encountered in Caer Dineval, wasn't it?
That's right.
Yeah.
Underneath the the castle, which was current at the time occupied by
Devil worshippers.
devil worshippers. It was to
Now we have 3 reasons to hurry. Let's go.
We
So Mara will rush up to Iggy. Are you all right?
Have you ever had that feeling where your head is stuffed with just muck?
Yes.
That,
When I was
that's
sick,
what
yes.
That's what this feels like. It's just ugh,
Do
in my
you-
head, and I can't. I should know what these runes are. I have no idea what these runes are.
I
Just,
Wilfred,
Oh,
you are good
yes,
at researching runes, yes? And in the
Yes.
meantime, I'm going to be checking Iggy over for injuries, and if you need to cure wounds, let me know.
yeah, I'm at nearly 50 of 75, so I'm okay for the moment.
I'm going to throw you a level 1 cure wounds.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw you 10 points from healing. Let's get you back up.
Thank you.
I went and did Arcana for 15.
Oh, checking the runes.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I was briefly distracted by reading another thing. With a 15, yes, you are now confident that this is the Tower of Evocation.
Evocation.
Which is the school of magic that has to do with
It's basically all of my spells.
Throwing
bringing
energy
about
around.
energy in various forms. Like, as opposed to conjuring a creature, a fireball, for example, is evocation. Ray of Frost is evocation. Aha! We've got a Jason.
Jason. Hey.
Yay!
All right, let me get everyone slightly back in their right places. Excuse me. Hello and welcome, Jason.
What's going on, guys?
We started without you, but we will pick back up with where Rowan is in just a moment.
That was slightly ominous.
Well, you walked away.
Yeah.
Ah.
That is true. That is true.
Mhm.
It was perfect.
Yeah. So, currently we're in the middle of the rest of the party has gathered around the base of this tower. It does appear to be the Evocation Tower. So that is as good an opportunity as any to go ahead and check in with Rowan. So, Rowan, when you snuck away from the party, what were you thinking? What was your plan?
Well,
it felt very pointed that, they all of a sudden gather without calling most of the party together and then was pointing, very inconspicuously over at the other people not in the group. So Rowan was going to keep his distance and keep a very wary eye on them, especially since, Mara was the one who called the group together, and he thought at least if that was, he could at least trust Mara. But obviously, that to him doesn't seem to be the case.
So, given that mindset, where would you be heading?
He would keep them within range because, one, he doesn't want to be caught since there's our roving patrols through the city. And he doesn't want them dead.
Okay. So
But
so you're basically just you are hiding at a small distance and tracking them.
yes, and I would be sticking to the shadows because of the advantages that my cool little cloak provides.
Okay. Well, so you have certainly been successful up to now in tracking them, and basically they haven't gone far. What you watched is they went ahead and they cast something on Wilfred that made him not giant-sized anymore. Iggy had also wandered off somewhere without the rest of the group. But now, as you're following them, they have continued in their way towards the tower that you were all originally headed to before you hid from the Tomb Tapper. But as you're watching them, you start feeling a little bit of doubt. Like, you're suddenly starting to it's a little bit like, wait a minute. Why was it that I don't trust them? Like, what was it that they did? Because you used to trust them. So why don't you anymore? What did they actually do something? What, and you're just suddenly feeling like you can't really remember why. And you do realize your feelings changed. And then it just kind of hits you like an epiphany, like, oh, it's this place. That just the air down here is just permeated with thousands of years of psychic resonance of ancient wizards trapped under a glacier and going slowly insane. And for a moment, it got to you. And then you realize you have no reason not to trust your friends. They're the same. You no longer have that flaw because you kind of recognize that it came from outside yourself.
Okay.
So, given that, what would you like to do? You just wander back up, or?
Does it look like anything terrible is happening?
As you followed, you discover that Iggy was waiting at the base of that tower, and so the rest of them are just wandering around looking at the runes outside the tower for the moment.
And there was a time when we were looking at something up in the
yeah, well,
up in the air.
They definitely looked up in the air at some point. You can make a perception check if you want to see if you can tell what it was they were looking at.
Yes. Use D&D. Oh, I'll give you beyond because 20 is not. Oh, that's not bad. 13.
Okay, well, so you definitely notice that they are briefly like looking up, like they're pointing at something, but when you look to try to see whatever it was, you don't see anything.
Okay.
But do you just go up to join them, or do you continue to stay at a distance?
Since the last time, every time we open these things, terrible things happen. So I'm not going to make an active choice to hide from them, but I will ready my bow just in case something comes flying out of the door like last time.
Okay, so you're kind of doing you're kind of doing Overwatch, not the game, but the
Yes.
uh,
Pulls out his switch and stuff.
okay, yeah. So, but basically, you're continuing to just kind of watch for a distance in case something else happens. It's a slightly different perspective. So, like, you
Yeah,
maybe could
because
see if there's anything else watching the rest of them, for example, and yeah.
and plus at this point we should be afraid of doors, especially magical doors that we open.
Sure. So go ahead and make a new perception check for that as you set up in this position. Okay, there you go. That's pretty good. I will come back to that in a moment. But for the rest of you, you have determined that this seems to be the evocation tower. As with previous towers, it's open. You could go up inside. I think for Wilfred, it suddenly looks really huge compared to the other towers.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. This everything looks a lot bigger. Weird.
Well, now you're no
Oh.
longer the brute squad, so.
Do you go up inside?
Yep.
Yeah.
And
All right.
Well, open and looking, peek inside, see if there's anything that
No.
might be.
I mean, the setup on the lower levels is very similar to the other towers, where it's mostly empty. The main the main show in these towers tends to be up at the top.
Okay. Uh,
Tromp up the stairs.
yep. Go up.
All right, so as you climb the spiral staircase to the topmost chamber, red orbs of light dance like fireflies around this 30-foot diameter octagonal chamber. A large unlit brazier stands in the center of the room, and 8 10-foot square alcoves line the walls, each filled with ice. The arched ceiling is covered with icicles. But the chamber is lit with little lights that look very much like the dancing light spell, that are kind of gently bobbing in the air above you.
Looking for messages.
Yeah, so you don't see one, but at the same time, just given the design of this room, it looks like the spot where you would expect it to be is just covered with icicles.
Huh. There's that brazier.
The brazier. Yeah, I'm going to
Yeah.
walk over to the brazier. Does the
Iggy.
brazier have like oil or any sort of fuel in it?
No, it looks to be empty.
But I do believe Iggy has a spell Great Bonfire.
Yes, I
Which-
do.
Looks like it'd be perfect for that.
Isn't that an evocative spell?
Yes, it
It
is.
is definitely an evocation.
I'm only new to these
or
things.
actually,
remember?
I guess in theory that could be a conjuration, but it's probably evocation.
It's conjuration cantrip.
Well, so
Oh.
because you're creating like a bonfire as opposed to just
Ah.
fire. However, it certainly would have fire.
If
Well,
if we need something like that, I will do Sacred Flame on it.
Yeah, I think that works. So as soon as there's even the spark of flame or energy inside the brazier, it's clearly magical, and it immediately whoosh, blazes up with magical flames, and you can feel that it is giving off heat, as opposed to continual flame lights can look like flame but don't give off heat. This one is clearly giving off heat, but so it looks like it'll probably take a little while.
Well, yeah. Warmth and get it.
If I move closer with my little cube of eternal summer,
Oh yeah.
can that?
Oh, yeah.
Can that can
Well,
we use
yeah.
that to
So
help?
as you are hanging out in there for a while, it is also increasing the temperature of the room.
Arvik is going to go over to one of the archways that's frozen over and
Uh-huh.
kind of wipe at the ice to see if there's something might be embedded in it, which might come out and attack us if it melts.
Well, I mean,
Mhm.
as go ahead and make an investigation check.
While Arvik is doing that, I'm going to do a
18.
cure wounds on
18.
Wilfred
Okay.
too.
All right. Roll a d8 for me.
Who, me?
No,
Or
Nobilis.
okay.
Sorry.
That's
4.
Okay. All right.
So
You like the ice does look a little bit weird, but it does appear to just be a solid block of ice as far as you can tell.
Okay.
Now that
So-
that is assuming that you are inspecting it early on in this process. I mean,
Right.
which I
Yeah.
you tell me if you were actually waiting 15 minutes first or something.
Well, I mean, this is like early on,
Mhm.
but if I can't really see well through the ice, then definitely going to say the thing that seems to me the most likely event here is if a room warms up, there's stuff frozen in this ice which is going to come out and attack us when it melts. So keep your eyes open. I'm not letting down my guard.
Yeah,
I
we'll probably find runes and a trap.
well, Wilfred's gonna cast light on something or on like his shield and bring it close to the ice, see if that maybe illuminates anything.
Are you doing the same one that Arvik looked
Yeah,
at?
yeah, same one.
I mean, it looks like a block of ice.
Okay,
I mean,
just in case.
it's fair to say those alcoves being solidly full of ice is kind of a weird shape for the ice to be in. Right?
Yeah.
Like, just why are those alcoves just completely full solid with ice, whereas the rest of the room is just like frosted and icicles? Like, yeah, it's weird, but as far as you can tell, it is ice, though.
It's not the weirdest thing we've seen today.
Yeah. It's also
Yeah.
the evocation tower, which, is all to do with like
Does include
energy and
ice.
elemental energy and stuff like that, so.
Hmm.
But it does, yeah, so it's certainly fair to observe, that's weird.
Hey, Iggy, why don't you? I have an idea. Why don't you bring that stone over closer to one of these archways, and see if we can melt it a little earlier than the others, so that we don't get like ambushed by everything at once.
Okay.
Maybe speed one of them up and see what might happen.
Okay.
Okay.
I can do that.
Sure.
I'll amble over to Arvik and we can stare at the slowly melting ice
Okay.
dripping down on the floor.
Yeah. So,
This is fun.
Oh dear.
so yes, indeed, a few minutes go by, and this is noticeably having an effect. You see the ice, along the surface of this particular alcove that you've moved it down, melting noticeably faster than the others. As you have it there, are you all standing right there by it? Like, where is everybody when this is all happening?
I'm at the brazier looking around because everyone's focusing on this one thing. I'm worried about something else coming out of something else. So I'm kind of like standing at the brazier and sweeping around the room with my eyes to see if something else comes from a different direction.
I think Wilfred's just kind of going from place to place, like occasionally trying to cast a light on the ice itself, seeing just.
Okay.
Mara's keeping an eye on the door, looking for Rowan.
All right. So, in particular, what I need to know right now is this cube that gives off the heat. You put it right by one of the alcoves. Who else is standing right there with it?
I am since I asked for it. Arvik is standing next to Iggy. I
Yeah.
assume that Iggy is just like holding on to it, not like put it on the ground, but is got it on them.
Is that the case? You guys tell me.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
Yeah, it's Iggy would be holding it in their hands, just to get it that much closer to it.
All right. So as you're watching, I think that there's a moment where the surface of it has definitely started to look like slick, like like
Huh?
the ice along the surface of it has melted, and in particular, like it was pretty opaque because it was kind of just frost covered on the outside, and all of that is melted away to where it looks like a transparent block of ice. But then, as you're watching, there is just the most subtle little sort of shimmy of the surface. And then I need Iggy and Arvik to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
6.
18.
Okay, Iggy, you are able to jump back in time as this entire 10-foot cube of ice suddenly slurps forward out of the alcove and engulfs Arvik, and we're rolling initiative.
Oh my god!
Oh,
Is this? It's not really a gelatinous cube. Would you call
It
it
is,
an
no.
ice cube?
It was before a frozen gelatinous cube. Yes. So here, let's see. I should have had you guys on the. All right. Well, I should have had you on the city map. This is what I was using primarily for the channel, but it's fine. Let's go ahead and make a little. Actually, since you're only dealing with one of them right now, let's just do Theater of the Mind for this first one. Because you absolutely did contrive it so as you only have to deal with this one at the moment. So go ahead and you know what? Never mind. I take it back. You guys talk amongst yourselves for a moment while I set up the room here.
I think you were really smart there with trying to have us thaw one at a time. Because I think 8 of these at once might be bad. Or whatever else is behind those other things may not be gelatinous cubes.
I'm also just really glad that I decided to heal up people.
Yes.
Yeah,
All the boops. All the boops.
all the
Boop
boops.
for you. Boop for you. Boop for you.
Yeah.
All right. So everybody except Rowan is in this tower, which is not very big. But all of these alcoves, let me just go ahead and put them on there. I'm not going to actually draw each of these alcoves because who cares really, but one of those has just engulfed
I don't like that number of those cubes sitting
Ah!
there.
Yeah.
I don't like this at all.
Jeez.
Well, hopefully the rest of them are frozen enough that we won't have to deal with them all at once. But
yeah, so I mean, you very deliberately, through conscious action, froze this one earlier than the rest of them. So
yeah,
yeah,
thought it. Yeah.
yeah. So obviously we have let's see, add turn. We give them their initiative. Okay, and then let's see, we need Valine on the tracker.
And I need added because of thing.
Oh,
weirdness.
yeah, sure.
I will fill it in
Okay.
right away.
Okay, so Ali's on, Iggy's on, Mara is on. Oh, looks like. Oh, that's right. Bloop. So, all right.
No,
so
Marcher was already
And then Rowan
Oh, you're
is
right.
not on the tracker yet.
Yeah. Well, he's not because he's outside the tower. He can't see any of this happening.
Gotcha.
Okay, so is that everybody then? Okay. For some reason, I can never make the count work intuitively in my head here. All right. So, Wilfred, you just heard a slurping sound, and you turned back to see that Iggy has just jumped out of the way, but that Arvik is now suspended inside a 10-foot jiggling ice cube.
Well, that's not good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and swing at it.
Okay.
Not the face.
Well,
Do you open your mouth while engulfed in a gelatinous cube? That seems like a bad
No,
idea.
that was me, not Arvik. I was making a
Okay.
joke.
Oh, also, actually, just for a moment, I need Marcher. Oh, I'm gonna have to roll that. Hang on. You take 13 acid damage for getting engulfed.
I've still got temporary hit points, so that didn't hurt as much as it could have.
Okay, so go ahead and make your attacks, Wilfred.
12 for the first.
Okay, definitely hits.
10 damage.
All right.
And a natural 19, which is a crit for me.
Nice.
Super fighter.
Champion.
For 13 damage.
All right. Okay. So, you slice at it, or you whack at it, just kind of,
Yeah.
and you kind of splatter big grooves out of it. You definitely do damage to it, but but Arvik is still inside. All right, Arvik, it is now your turn. If you, let's see, you can make a strength check to try to escape.
Not athletics. Okay.
Well, I'm going by the stat block.
No, you
Yeah.
know, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna try and push my way out. Kind of taking my great sword and planting it on the ground to kind of get leverage to push my way out.
Glad you put some effort into developing your muscles a little bit.
Yeah. Hey, that's a 20!
Yeah. So you manage to swim your way out. Bursting out of the side of this thing and then splatting to the floor. You can actually you're not prone unless you want to be for flavor. But that was your action.
Yeah, that was my action. As a bonus action, I'm going to cast a quickened let's give it a ray of frost. 26 to hit.
Okay. That will definitely hit. I'm gonna put on one of my new music tracks.
New music, listeners.
Yeah. I haven't listened all the way through this one, so we'll see how it goes. But so 26 does hit.
And that reduces its movement by 10 feet.
Mm-hmm. And it's not super fast to begin with.
Right. And
and it does.
And just
11.
take up a guard position with my great sword, and it's like, that was not fun.
Mm-hmm. All right, Valine's turn. She's got when you've got all you've got is a chill touch. You use chill touch. It's not all she's got. She's got lots of things, but it just always works, and it's cantrip. It's so good. Yeah. And she definitely hits with it because it's a gigantic, slow-moving 10-foot cube. And she does 8 necrotic damage.
Blub, 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 blub.
And then looks uneasily at the rest of the perimeter of the room and moves slightly more towards the center.
It's not a bad idea.
And then Ale, your turn.
Yep, I'm going to move to here and try to whack at this thing with my sword. I mean, I could use a cantrip, but let's do old school. So that's a critical hit, kids.
It sure is. Roll
So
that
that's
beautiful crit
so
damage.
that's 12 damage. So that's 12. Oh, so yeah. So I actually came out perfectly. So that's 19 slashing damage.
Nice.
Let's go for another attack.
Yeah, you've definitely dealt this thing quite a bit of damage.
That's only a 10, however. I was so excited with the critical
A
hit.
10 still hits.
Wow, okay.
Hey!
Okay, I thought I was so excited I actually missed the
No.
cube this time. So 6 more slashing damage.
Okay. 6 more slashing damage. Let me double check.
I'm holding off
my
my
volume
spell
levels
slots in
here.
case more of these things emerge.
Testing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I just need to speak up more into the microphone instead of looking away.
Okay.
All right. So you did that extra damage.
Yep.
And now I need Iggy and Aule and Wilfred to make dexterity saving throws.
This is not my
As the
strong
gelatinous
point.
cube moves
Oh.
5
Remember,
feet into that
remember you
space.
get +2 by being next to me. You get +2. Oh my God, I'm going outside the cube because
So-
I got a
11.
4.
How about I with +2 bonus? That's 13.
So you have 13 for you as well. Like,
Okay, a 13 succeeds. Do you is that a 13 for Iggy as well with
Yeah.
Aule's bonus?
but Ali got a 4.
All right. Well, so each of you with those successes can choose to be can pushed that way. But Aule, who granted you this aura of serenity and confidence, then nonetheless gets engulfed himself in this slime, and you're going to take 9 acid damage.
Okay, that almost wipes out my temporary hit points. But so I'm so okay so far. But yeah, help,
Okay.
mommy.
It is, and I think the rest of you look. This is the only one that is moving right now, but it is certainly true that the room is getting warmer thanks to the brazier and the your little heat cube, and the other the faces of all of the other icy alcoves are starting to look more transparent and shimmery. Mara.
No, I am not muted. So I am going to do the sacred flame.
Okay, dexterity saving throw,
Yes, please.
and it gets a 15.
That's the
unlikely
DC.
Okay, so it succeeds, but let me be clear, it has a -4. So,
Wow.
yeah, so it technically manages to just out of the way of your sacred flame.
With me inside, like
Yeah, and you definitely see Aule inside.
Can I just interject just a moment
Yeah.
with a Herculoids moment where it just opens up a hole in the middle
Oh,
of
yeah,
itself for the sacred flame to go through?
First off, no one watching this on Twitch remembers the Hercules.
I do.
I don't, but I get the image.
Yeah.
Gleep and Gloop were amazing.
Yes.
All right, so
We're old. Okay.
I don't care!
moving on.
it made you happy, so that's all that matters. Oh, confirmation! Crazy Ivan 777 says Gloop and Gleep seeming to.
Nice.
indicate-
Yes!
That means
We
a
love
viewer
you,
on
Crazy
Twitch-
Ivan.
Yes. Okay.
Nice.
So that was Mara's turn. Are you going to move or anything?
I am gonna move because I should have been paying attention. I'm assuming the door is here and that's where I was supposed to be. So.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
But I wasn't paying attention, so that's my bad.
Okay. Well, wherever you want to be, that's fine. Okay. Iggy, it is your turn.
Okay. My standard attack is a range thing, so I'm instead going to do create bonfire
Okay.
on this thing. Just
I assume not in the space where Aule is currently hanging.
don't
Yes.
cook the dragonborn.
behind Aule, between Aule and Mara.
So kind of
Um,
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it has to make a DC 15 dexterity save.
All
Oh
right.
dear God.
It does not. It gets a 6.
Okay. Okay. So let me roll that beautiful damage.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Let's
It's
see.
a 5.
Okay, 5
Five,
damage.
five. Yep, 5 fire
5
damage.
fire damage.
And I'm going to.
You recognize
I'm going to
that your
wiggle-
magical bonfire, if not magically created, it would definitely go out immediately because it is embedded in gelatinous cube.
Yeah, and I'm going to dismiss it
Okay,
right now
all right. So
because we don't need any extra heat.
sure. Okay, so it takes that damage. It's looking pretty like its sharp edges and corners are looking pretty sloppy right now. All right, that makes it your turn again, Wilfred.
Okay, well, it's got LA. It's right up in my face. I'm gonna swing at it.
Mm-hmm.
23.
See, I turned the volume up on the music a little bit. Now I'm
Perfect.
turning it back down. All right, 23 hits.
12.
12 damage is exactly what you needed to just completely puncture this thing's transparent substructure and turn it into just an inanimate mound of slime that is now like, you are sort of on your back in this slime alley, and it is no longer holding you suspended, but you're just like, ugh, it's still all over you.
I've been
All right.
slimed.
I have an idea. Let's see if we can shut off this brazier, and we'll melt them one by one.
Well,
Okay.
Valine is saying, why not try to melt the ice faster, the ceiling ice faster instead?
Well, in any case, we don't want this brazier running, and I'm going to cast Dispel Magic on it.
Okay. Go ahead and make your check, your spellcasting modifier check.
16.
16, I think, is sufficient. It doesn't actually have a specific target, but yeah, I think, you are able to dispel the brazier, and so you all feel that one of the sources of heat in the room has stopped.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see if we can get are there stairs or anything, or it's just ice on the ceiling?
Well, it's just ice on the ceiling, and so Valine is basically saying, like, my choice would not be to waste time here fighting 7 more gelatinous cubes, even one at a time.
Right.
All we care about is what the inscription says.
I'm going to cast Mage Hand and use it to lift my thermal cube up to the ceiling.
Is how heavy is the thermal cube? Does
It's
it
not
say?
that heavy. It's let me double check this thing. It's just a 3-inch cube of brimstone.
Okay. 3
So
inches.
I think that
Yeah,
it's
sure.
probably sufficiently light.
No, I
Yeah,
agree. I agree. Yeah, so I think as you use it to hold it up there, there is noticeably less heat down by you, and more as the icicles on the ceiling start to drip and melt away. And you are, in fact, melting the ceiling much more rapidly now than the rest of the room. Mm-hmm. And I will go ahead and just say, this works. You are eventually able to, you are seeing a little bit more melting still happening in the alcoves, but before you see any additional movement from those, you are eventually able to expose and read an inscription in Draconic on the ceiling that reads, "Fifth, quench the flame in thy palm with ice."
You have to conjure a flame and then quench it with ice.
Mm-hmm. And once that is recorded, Valine says, "All right, I think we're done here," and she starts
I
heading
agree.
downstairs.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
I agree.
just been fighting cubes.
Let's flee.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So
Let's be on our way.
Yeah. So as that's happening, let me put you all back on the city map. You
That
had.
could have been a lot worse.
That could have really wrecked us.
Oh yeah, by design, all of those gelatinous cubes wake up at once at the same time that the inscription becomes legible.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
But they fill most of the room with their engulfment as they move
Yeah.
forward. Yeah, so as you were watching outside, Rowan, you were watching for any sign of strangeness or trouble. And what I think happens is that you see a raven come from the south somewhere, south on this map. As opposed to like what's the actual compass direction? You don't know,
Yeah.
but the south on this map from that direction, um, and it just swoops in, makes a brief circle around the tower, and then settles down about 25 feet from the front entrance of the tower, and just like is just standing on the ground facing the door there, and you can see that it's standing a little bit crooked because one of its talons is holding what looks like a scroll of paper, like a small one, just a little scrap of paper that's rolled up.
How far is it from me?
Well, how far away were you set up for your Overwatch?
Because I've probably not max range in my bow because I've got a long range. I would say probably about 150 feet.
Okay. Well, so it's about that far then.
Nice.
Yeah, so I guess so it would be 125 feet, I guess, because it's 25 feet from the entrance.
I'll step out of the shadows and I'll look up at the crow and be like, you can give that to me.
I mean, so like you're going to approach it?
Yes.
Okay.
But I do still have my bow trained on it though.
Okay. I think that as yeah, let's see. Well, first of all, make an intimidation check.
Oh boy, I'm not good at this. Oh. Okay. That's not
Okay.
bad.
So what you can tell immediately is that this is not behaving like a regular crow. First of all, it just kind of like looks back to see you and then opens its beak and makes like a fart noise, like and then like gestures with its head back at the tower.
Mara would be the first one out of the tower since she was by the door.
Okay.
Right.
So
I look at
I think you see Rowan with his bow drawn, pointing down at a raven that's just standing on the ground a little outside the tower.
I say I'm one of the seekers. So again, cough that up.
Is everyone coming out of the tower, or is it just Mara still
Yeah.
standing in the doorway?
Yeah.
No, I think it's everybody.
All right. So I think as everyone is coming out, the raven gives you like if a raven could give you a look like just hold your horses, dude. That's what this raven is, the vibe it's giving you, Rowan. And it doesn't take to the air. It just hops along on its feet. It's a little awkward because it has this message. And it kind of goes a few feet and then looks back at you just like, you're not going to shoot me for this, right? And it's hopping over, but it's clearly hopping towards Valine, not...
Rowan says, it'd probably be easier to travel if you would have just given me the missive.
Well, and then as it hops up to Valine and then like takes to the air and then drops it right into her hands, Valine says, well, I guess the message wasn't for you.
It wasn't acting right. I was going to kill it, but...
It's clearly Avarice's familiar, and she opens the
Avarice?
Do you recall Avarice, the albino tiefling that you encountered at Caer Dineval a while back?
Oh,
Yeah, so I briefly forgot, Jason, that you weren't here when that was discussed by the rest of the
Yes.
group already.
Yeah.
Because they briefly spotted the raven earlier. So, but yes, Valine says that and reads the message, kind of frowns, and then is kind of looking around into the tower and says, "Ah, yeah, there it is." And she reads it for you, and what it says is, Valine Harpel, esteemed colleague, it would appear that we have once again been given the opportunity to study Ithrin together. Please come meet me at the tower with the floating top. I will eagerly await your arrival so we can discuss how best to divide our resources.
Is this an ally?
Rowan looks at Valine and goes, from the way you described her previously, or at least your other colleagues from the Brotherhood previously, sounds to me like she's trying to butter you up for some smooth talking.
Well, like when Mara asks, "Is she an ally?" Valine kind of goes, uh, well, there are a couple of layers on which we can discuss that question. The first is that, technically speaking, we did embark on an investigation to try to find this city together before we went our separate ways.
But didn't
And
you guys...
technically, members of the Arcane Brotherhood are forbidden from harming one another.
Sure. But didn't you guys part on not so good of terms?
Oh, yes, because I hate her. She's a bitch.
Rowan goes,
I love your honesty.
Rowan goes,
She has never been anything but with us. It is,
No,
Rowan
that's
chuckles.
what I love.
Rowan
Yes.
chuckles and goes, remind me not to let you meet my mother because I don't think you two would get along greatly.
I think they have met though.
I think Valine mostly stayed out of that because she wasn't with you when you spent more time with her. But then once you met up with her, I think there was a brief visit back, but she kind of stayed in the background.
so where is this tower she's talking about?
So she points, and then on the map here, if you see where I'm pinging,
Okay.
Oh, it's on the other side of the chain lightning court.
well,
Not
from,
really, but
from where you came in, but where you guys right now are is right here. So it's a little out of the way from the direction that you were heading, but
well,
so Valine kind of says, I believe that I owe it to her as a fellow member of the Arcane Brotherhood, at least, to hear what she has to say.
I'm
then
not.
well, we're here with you, so let's go do that.
Also, I'm not a tactician or anything, but going to see her on her turf in that place,
Well, it's not exactly her turf.
yeah, but it seems if she's been there long enough to set this up and send her Raven, then she's had time to make sure that it's safe for her, but not necessarily safe for Valine or us. Because if we don't remember, she doesn't travel alone. She had her familiar and those gargoyles.
And I suspect, based on what you've told me, that the entirety of her cult following was, not everyone was at home when you were there.
Yeah, well, yes, but
But, as,
Killed most of them.
yes, and I'm glad, but let me reiterate, members of the Arcane Brotherhood are forbidden from harming one another.
right, but it doesn't stop her minions from attacking your minions, if you know what I mean. So,
And it also didn't
But-
stop that other one from stealing from you and then being frozen to death.
but Rowan, really, we are here at Valine's request. So I think in this regard, we should follow her lead on this.
So let me put it this way: your
I just
caution, your caution is warranted and appreciated. However, I am confident that she would not attack without giving, at the very least, a level of warning. If she
Run.
has invited me to a conversation, she wants to have a conversation. If she just wanted to attack us, why would she have invited me to a conversation?
Because you're with us and she wants to get you alone because she knows you're honorable and don't want us to violate this.
Well, my suggestion was that you come with me.
Yeah, we're definitely coming with you.
Yes.
So
Yes.
let's
Oh, absolutely.
go ahead. Let's
And-
All
go ahead
right.
and
So
get going.
I'm telling you, yes, she's a bitch. She probably does have allies here. And we should also bear in mind that we left some of those tribe members at the entrance to the caves to guard
should-
it. So if
do you-
she's here, she probably came through them.
If you guys are going to, if we're going to go with you, but you guys are going to communicate together in a separate area,
I don't know that that's true. I'm just
Well-
saying that I am responding to an invitation.
well, no, I'm saying if it does happen, I think we should keep Professor Scant because that would be an almost invaluable asset to her since she does not have him.
Let me put it this way. Professor Scant is mine. You may not have him. However, I will not exclude you from whatever conversation Average wishes to have.
Well, I didn't want to keep him. He's kind of creepy, but I mean, he's a
I say.
And Wilfred will say to
Don't think
Scant,
I haven't noticed you haven't been consulting me recently.
I go, listen, I hang out in nature, man. You're a sentient orb that floats.
people
You're
can't,
also
don't
smarter than
understand
him.
magic.
Oh, absolutely. He knows an ancient language. Obviously, he's smarter than me, but still, it's kind of creepy.
Well, very well then. It is as agreed. I keep Professor Scant, but I won't exclude you from the conversation. Let's go, shall we?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So, on your way to that place, how about we get another percentile dice roll?
I'll roll this time.
Yeah, because again, I don't have good juju with these.
I don't either.
21.
21, you do not encounter any, trash mobs on your way
Yay.
to this tower.
You're welcome.
But as you are making your way in that direction, you are passing alongside the base of this central spire. And so you can certainly see the boundary of this enormous force field that's not shown on the image here, but would certainly prevent you from getting any closer. And you do get a slightly better look at this thing that's underneath the base of the tower, which appears to be the grown-up granddad of the thing that you saw built at that cabin. It's much, much larger and much, much fancier, but the principle appears similar.
Uh-huh.
The force field is just like literally a bubble of force, right?
Yeah, like so
Yeah.
there's kind of a translucent shimmer to it, but you can see through it, but like boom, boom, boom.
Well, Wilfred is like, kid's face against the candy shop window. It's like that for a few moments until someone kind of drags him
Put
away.
my pull for free. Stop it.
So as you are making your way towards this tower, here, let's see. Okay. A tower more than 100 feet tall has a rotating glass chamber hovering above its ruined summit. 4 pointed pillars clutch the chamber's walls, giving it the appearance of a colossal floating crown. And so what you also see is that standing around the entrance to the regular part of the tower, the grounded part of the tower, you do see 10 soldiers in armor that are clearly guards, but they are also clearly expecting you. So they don't say anything, but they're certainly watching as you approach.
Do they look like they would potentially be members of the cult? They're cultists.
I mean, you would guess they look like not all of them are like wearing identical armor or anything, but yeah, I mean, sure, why not? Yes, they look
Okay.
exactly like those guys. You're sure that is them. I don't know why I have to mince words about it. That is who they are. But yeah, so they are looking to you, and then Valine will kind of turn to the rest of you and just say, "Shall I do the talking?"
I think
Sure.
that is appropriate. Yes.
Yep.
So she kind of strides forward to the others and to the guards and just says, I am responding to Avarice's invitation. I suppose she probably wants to meet in the place where she can look fancy, which is up there, I gather. And the guards kind of chortle amongst themselves, and they just kind of gesture like to go on in.
And we will follow.
Yeah. So I think some of you get looks from these guys, just sort of like the appraising, like, we could take you, that sort of look. Now, you don't know. I mean, I leave it to you to decide how much you think that's true, but that is certainly the attitude they're giving you.
What kind of gear do they have? Are they like all in plate armor or
Let me answer that.
Arvik's going shopping.
Arvik wants a shield.
Harvick's gonna get a shield the hard way.
Well, you did, to ask me, this is the easy way.
like the ranger got a cloak. The healer got a thing that helps with resistance. I just need a shield.
Alas, they are all wearing leather armor.
Oh.
You know what?
And in fact, most of them seem to have fancy daggers as their weapons, too.
Ooh, they're assassins.
They're cultists. Meaning the best way to take us out would be at night in our sleep. That is if we haven't cast tiny huts.
Well, that's what the spell magic's for.
Yeah. So as you hang on, let's see. Okay, so as you enter the tower, you were climbing through the tower, and you reach the top, and there is clearly there's a ruined roof here, but then there's just a gap where you're essentially like at the top of a tower, but as you look, and there's various like moorings along like the outside of it that look like they're maybe designed for this floating crown type structure to settle occasionally down onto the top. But as it currently stands, it is floating above. And hang on. Sorry, this is a little bit of a strange description, so I'm just trying to make sure but essentially what you are realizing is that as things currently stand, you would need to either be able to fly, or you would have to like toss a rope up to try to lasso one of the the weird little spires on this thing in order to climb up yourself. And so, as you are up there, I think without much perception needed, you can certainly see that the raven is sort of circling. But you're looking up at this thing, which is about 30 feet above you. So what do you do at this point? You don't see Avarice yet.
Does your friend like to make an entrance?
Well,
I think it's a bit more like holding court. She wants people to come to her. But in this case, there's definitely a message being sent here, right? It's like, oh, I'm sorry. Do you need help to get to me? That sort of thing. I'm sure she'll come down at some point.
Well, Iggy, you were flying around. Do you have
Uh,
another
Uh,
one
I
of those in you?
so Valine has her own familiar, which she often has dismissed, but it's this white owl that she does summon and sends it um, up to the the crown up there, and she's clearly like looking through its eyes at the moment.
I'm going to take my rope and fashion a kind of a lasso on the end of it. And what kind of skill would it be to throw that up there and try and lasso
It
part
would
of the?
be athletics.
Okay, I'm pretty good at that, so I'm going to try it.
Like yeah, I I was just thinking to myself it might be seems more like dexterity to lasso something, but it does say athletics.
Okay. 20,
All
dirty
right.
20.
Yeah, so you managed to lasso it on there. This floating component is actually like slowly rotating. So like once you've got it on there, the rope is kind of like slowly carrying along with it. But you could start climbing up if you want. Valine is currently still like seeing and hearing through her familiar.
No, I just kind of wanted to have that ready.
Okay.
Good to have
Valine
options.
comes back to herself and says, "She'll be right down." And then, sure enough, the you see emerge from like a hatch in the center of this thing. You see Avarice, this albino tiefling. I believe you still have the handout for her,
Yep.
but I will put it
Yeah,
back
I've
up.
never met this one.
Yeah.
This
that
was
Oh
was,
yeah, you're.
this
that
was
was
before my time.
that was in the before Mara times,
Yeah.
the BM times of
The
the
Right.
BM.
But so Avarice, who is currently cast through some magical means, is herself flying right now, and the two gargoyles are with her. Notably, since you've fought gargoyles here in the city, like her gargoyles look like this. The gargoyles you've fought elsewhere are clearly like Netherese gargoyles. They're not the same design. Just so that's clear. But yeah, so they are flying down together, and it's obvious too that she is making a try at like a very regal, impressive entrance as previously described, and I'm gonna have her roll a performance check for that. She gets a 14, so like it looks pretty good. I mean, context sensitive. Like yeah, it's. I mean, she's flying. You're not. She's coming down from this cool place. It's pretty cool.
Right. Okay.
I've seen Iggy do it better.
You've also seen Iggy do it worse.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
But it's not as bad as when you were being potentially eaten by a brain beak thing.
Yeah.
Valine suddenly just cuts to you and just says, "Shut up." And then she's looking up to Avarice and just says, "Well, Avarice, welcome to Ithrin." And then Avarice says, "Valine, it's good to know that you were able to make it here after all. You were able to finally make some friends. Good for you. I'm so proud that I knew someone else was capable of making it here, and the Arcane Brotherhood clearly found you worthy. And as another member of the Arcane Brotherhood, I feel it is my duty to give you the opportunity to cede all authority for investigation of this site to me in a peaceful manner, so that I don't have to bend the rules. So, in that sense, I would like to invite you to spend the next hour leaving the city And once that's done, I see no reason why we could not be friendly and open in comparing our mutual notes once I'm done here in the city and we return to the Arcane Brotherhood's tower. And,
Mara's face had shifted from awe to, what is she saying?
Valine kind of chuckles and just says, "Why am I not surprised at the barely veiled threats? You know, for a tiefling, you've always been pretty awkward. The truth is, Avarice, that you were beaten, and the fact that we've been here longer, know more about the city, and are more prepared to plunder its secrets than you are, is simply a reflection of my having chosen better allies than a bunch of deluded devil cultists. So, if anyone's going to leave the city in an hour, well, I would say it could be you. Now, because I respect the Arcane Brotherhood, will not attack you first. But if you try to make any moves, we'll do what we need to do. After all, the rules about not harming another member of the Arcane Brotherhood don't apply to self-defense."
Oh, and at this moment, Rowan pipes up and says, when Valine makes the self-defense mark, even a lich stood before us and couldn't stand before my keen eye. And I lay the laser rifle across my shoulder, kind of in a very much moment of like, I will gladly burn your skull off your face.
Go ahead and make another intimidation check.
Everybody cross your fingers.
And I want to say that
I think
this
Arvik
entire
is going to
time-
kind of pose as well. Let's give this guy advantage because he needs all the help he can get.
I just want to say that this
Yeah,
entire
sure.
time.
Yeah, you can make it with advantage. This is a group intimidation. Yeah.
Whoa!
Well, so,
Nice!
so I think as you say all that, Avarice just kind of, no sells the result and just says, "Well, that seems unlikely."
Ooh! Oh, sorry.
So I think Avarice turns back to Valine though and just says, "And honestly, Valine, what it comes down to is they can't really enforce the rules if they don't know what happened because it took place underneath an ancient glacier. I'm sure I'll tell them that you died heroically, probably falling into one of the traps here in the city."
Does that sound like a threat, Valine? That sounds like a threat to me.
Rowan goes, given my mother's training, that's definitely a threat.
Valine looks to you and says, "Oh, it's a threat." But
And Mara's just going, why are we trying to fight each other when there are bigger things to fight here? There's plenty for
Avarice
everyone.
just says, "I don't want to fight. I just want you to leave."
Well, I can't leave because I have to destroy the Lich's hiding place. So we could end this whole thing with an agreement to stay out of each other's way.
Avarice, who still has this fly spell up, kind of lifts off again and just says, "You've heard my terms. Perhaps we'll speak again in an hour." And then flies up into her little thing.
Darn. Because Rowan goes, I'm not saying we should be dastardly people, but if she's willing to bend the rules, quote unquote, we can put her in a shallow grave here in that evil forest. I think it would be appropriate.
Valine looks like she's really thinking that over.
Yeah, and remember, one of the clues is that we have to trace a circle with the ashes of the dead.
So I feel, and given the fact that Iggy is very proficient with create bonfire,
So Valine kind of seems to make up her mind and then looks to the rest of you and says, I understand and I appreciate the eagerness that you're all displaying here, and I suspect that it will become necessary. However, I find that just for my own personal sense of satisfaction, that I, and ideally through you, my proxies, will not be the one to make the first move.
Okay, we can
That's
do
fair
that.
enough.
All right.
and Ron
We can do
goes,
that.
But
We've
by
got
all
a- we've
means,
got a-
we will not be leaving the city.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Not
No,
yet.
we have business.
and Ron goes, and to be fair to all of you, I'm a little on edge. I don't like this place. This place is unnatural, and I'm sorry if I offended any of you with my untrustful paranoia.
Oh no,
I-
they,
Are you-
it's
not
all
in your own
it's all a
mind.
psychic, psychic buildup of magical influence, and Wolf just starts going on the
And
thing.
Mara-
Hand on Wilford's shoulder. No, let's
You had to get him started again, Rowan. You had to get him started.
I didn't
Let's
explain to
go.
him before.
So
I know he hasn't heard it yet, but we have business to do. We need to get these things
I
started.
think Valine says, let's have this conversation away from other ears. And she points out that the raven is like circling you again.
Okay.
And so she starts to lead you downstairs if you're following.
But Mara will walk next to Rowan and be like, "Are you okay? No?
I will be much better when we've made sure the Lich can't resurrect and we get out of this place. I would much rather face an angry snow god than a place that just me being here affects my mind in a way that I may not potentially be able to control."
I agree. The look that you gave me when you woke up, it was
Let's go over and look at this
Anyway.
tower that looked like some kind of.
Yeah, what's to stop us from continuing our
Look.
investigation? We don't have to deal with this
Valine
bitch.
says nothing. We should just be aware that she may at some point attempt to ambush us.
Well, then
Of course.
she can fuck
Yeah.
off.
All right, so this one or
Yes.
this one?
This
This,
this one here. This one looks important.
yeah.
Yeah, the
It
one
may
that's
not be
like,
one
looks
of
like
the
a big,
towers, but it
great big
is.
shoe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If we find old Mother Hubbard, maybe we should give her some food.
sure.
It actually looks like an organ to me.
Yeah. So as you emerge from the bottom of this tower, the guards do certainly continue to give you just you wait looks. But
I'll be
they
seeing
don't
you soon.
interfere.
Yeah.
Mara gives them the darkest Shadar-kai eyes.
Yeah. Yeah. You're seeing a lot of. Well, go ahead and make an intimidation check for that too.
Watch, it's gonna be terrible. It's
Oh.
gonna be terrible.
Oh.
Yeah.
They think I'm
Yeah.
flirting, is what it is.
So-
They think I'm flirting with them.
No.
It's fine.
Here, what happens is that, they're all, you guys are kind of mutually as groups sort of doing stare downs, right? And then Mara, you do your sort of all black, shadowy eyes. And then in unison, all of them immediately turn to you and their eyes blaze with fire.
Interesting.
And then as you're getting further away, Valine will lean over to you and say, you weren't with them earlier. They are absolutely devil cultists.
What is a devil cultist?
A cultist who worships the devil.
I'm trying to remember out of character. I'm trying to remember what devil they.
It was
worship.
that-
Levistus. Levistus.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was Levistus that they worship.
As-
That we met her.
Yeah.
and they also had they had made that weird altar in the basement of that keep.
Yes, that we dealt with.
Before we go into the next tower, I am going to cast False Life at 2nd level.
Oh, that
Alrighty.
is a good idea. I will cast Death Ward on Wilfred again
Okay.
because it came in handy last time and it
It
lasts for
sure
8
did.
hours.
All right. So as you reach this, this enormous boot-shaped structure is capped with 3 pipes that resemble the arteries of a titanic heart. Tall doors open into the structure's dark interior.
Man.
And actually, as you're walking kind of around the side to get to the front entrance, you see what look like sort of largely faded and partly decayed, but what look to be like old posters. And they are written in Draconic script. And those of you who can read Draconic will see that they say, experience the Netherese Esoteric Orchestra's masterwork, The Dark Between the Stars.
You know what?
Dark
And
I-
anyone
between the
who has
stars.
history as a proficiency can make a history check.
Do I?
This
I do.
does anyone who speaks Draconic say what the posters say?
Yeah. Arvik reads off one of them and says,
Yeah.
I don't think this is going to be one of the towers. I think this is going to
Yeah.
be some kind of theater.
Natural 20.
Nice.
I'm
So just a moment, Jason. We'll come to you. So the history check, Wilfred, you recognize that The Dark Between the Stars is a legendary piece of music. It's a piece that has endured over the millennia.
I've heard of this. It's wow. Wow. that was this old? Jeez.
So, Rowan, what were you going to say?
I was going. I'm surprised that such a morally gray place, if not evil place, had an appreciation for the arts.
Valine turns to you and says, "How many artists do you know?"
Yeah. To be fair, you're correct. Not many.
I think art and everything spans no matter what you are aligned. We had art in the Shadowfell.
I think we can skip this one. I don't think we need to investigate this building. It's going to slow us down.
All right. So, I mean, you guys have kind of made your way along to the front entrance, but you do not have to go in.
Can I make a precursory, just look inside the door with my dark vision and blah blah blah, and really good perception?
So, in through the front door is what's obviously a very fancy lobby that does look like it is some kind of a music hall. I mean, you're not seeing the auditorium, but you're seeing
popcorn, 3 gold.
Yeah, it does seem to have sort of a fancy, opera style lobby and box office and so on.
We never had anything like this.
Well, if you want to come back and look at it, you are welcome to, but we have a mission.
There are better places like this, like say Waterdeep.
And Rowan's like, my mother told me stories that in the life before protecting me, that there were grand theaters and halls of such of artistry. I've never personally known an artist, of course, singers. People of Tin Towns don't seem to favor art.
Well, there's that guy who does Scrimshaw.
Yeah,
that is true.
Yeah.
The one artist.
The one artist.
And we listen to many musicians in the taverns.
Well, one day I will tell you about my theory about art and everything. But I think Arvik is correct, and we should keep more.
All right. So where to then? Where to next?
The Orange Tower over here.
Okay.
Right up.
Yeah.
Let's get another percentile roll.
Not it.
I'll do it. Okay, there we go. 10.
All right. Once again, you do not encounter anything that interrupts you on your journey to the tower.
Good.
So, as you approach this tower, a tower rises before you, straight as an arrow. A faint light shines from in the spire's highest window, and hairline cracks creep up its walls like ivy.
Ooh.
And I'm going to stop making you make checks for this because, with the number of people who can recognize them, you are able to see that the runes around this tower are transmutation.
Ah.
Interesting. So
This.
let's check out. Let's go inside.
Okay. So, one of the first things that you notice going in is although much of the internal structure architecturally is very similar to the other towers, um, the decor is at least somewhat different in the sense that most of those towers had just very fairly like maybe themed but kind of unremarkable decor in the interior walls. But this tower's interior walls are sculpted with impressions of humanoid forms pressing out from within, clawing hands and howling faces captured in stone forever.
Charming.
Hmm. Yeah.
Also a threat.
I mean,
You know,
Hmm?
I am increasingly less and less sad that this place fell out of the sky.
Valine says, well, agreed, but I'm primarily thinking about how it's easier to plunder their secrets that way.
That's true too. Let's see what we can find.
So as you climb the tower, once again there's this 30-foot diameter circular chamber at the top, and what you find there is a statue of a woman in wizard's robes, posed as though she is completing a spell, but the statue is like lying on its side against one of the walls, and in fact you can see that there's like some scrapes along the floor as though the statue was flung against the wall and landed on its side like that. And in fact, you discover, oh, it crashed into part of an inscription in the wall, damaging it.
Of course.
Of course.
Oh.
So when you look at the inscription, what you can see is, once again, in Draconic, it reads, "Eighth, stand firm in thy circle of death and consume,"
Something.
unintelligible.
Great.
Lovely. Well, maybe there'll be a clue in what the other ones say.
So is it that
well-
the statue is blocking it?
No, the
No, it
statue.
obliterated it.
Yeah,
when it hit
Okay.
it.
the statue, you suspect, it looks like something, it was flung with force against the wall and
Okay.
broke the stone where that word was. Valine says, let's not leave yet. I suspect. Does anyone have mending?
I don't have mending, but I do have stone shape.
Well,
That won't necessarily help.
stone shape would certainly allow you to make it say whatever you liked, but it wouldn't necessarily restore
No,
previous.
I don't have mending, but I like that idea of doing that to throw off your friend after we leave.
Well, I mean, if unfortunately I can't do it right now, but if we slept, I can
That
change
will take too long.
change my smells. But
Yeah.
That is
takes
not
a
the
while.
I
not one
do
of the
not have
cantrips
many.
I learned. Dang it.
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
Does anyone have any sort of divination magic or?
well, that I do. That I do. So
I mean,
I-
anything that would allow us to just gain some insight as to what that missing word is.
let me see.
Are you also kind of just searching around the room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's look around. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you do find various little bits of like rubble and like crushed furniture and stuff like that. You don't find like missing pieces that you could reassemble like a puzzle, but you do find what looks like a fancy leather pouch that if you open appears to have beans in it.
Oh, this is like your things, Rowan.
Rowan just went to go let out his dogs. Okay, I do have divination, so I can try this.
Well, depending on what the spell is, yeah. Is it specifically the divination spell? you're
Yes,
thinking?
it's specifically divination.
Well, here, let me. Because I was, I said divination as the school of magic, but let me look up what that spell does. Or if you just have it up, you can read.
I have it up. Your magic is an offering you put in to put you in contact with a god or god's servants. You ask a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within the next 7 days. The GM offers you a truthful reply. The reply might be short phrase, a cryptic rhyme, or an omen.
That sounds perfect.
Yes, that is exactly the perfect spell for this exact situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I cast.
And you can cast it as a ritual, so you won't use a spell slot.
Yes.
Well, if Mara's going to do that ritual, Wilfred would like to do, maybe do a ritual identify on that. On that.
Yeah,
bag
sure.
of
On-
beans.
On the
On
beans.
the beanbag.
Sure.
All right.
Okay, so I will come back to the divination spell, but in the meantime, your identify, Wilfred, discovers that this bag of beans is in fact a bag of beans. The magic item is called a bag of beans. But what you learn about it is that, first of all, go ahead and roll 3d4 for me.
Okay. Oh, wait, that's 44.
Okay. Well, I'll just leave off the last number. So that's 6. So the bag currently contains 6 beans. And so what you know is that if you were to just take the bag and just dump them all out on the ground, they would explode in a 10-foot radius, extending from the beans. And it would, including you, make anyone in a 15 or any in that 10-foot radius have to make a saving throw or take 5d4 fire damage. And it will ignite other things. But what you can also do is remove a bean from the bag, place it in dirt or sand, and then water it. And then 1 minute later, it will have a random effect, which can be a whole lot of different things.
Huh. This is an odd and random item.
Mm-hmm. And you know what you know essentially is that there is a lot of randomness and chaos magic in what happens with the bean. Is that some of those things would be helpful and some might not, and some of them extremely situational.
Yeah. Unless anybody complains, I'm gonna go ahead and just put this aside because that might
does not require attunement. So the bag of beans is one of the official magic items. So that's what you got.
Go ahead and add that.
All right. So
I think Iggy's going to scoop up the bag of beans and just put it in their bag.
Okay.
Oh, I thought I was gonna keep it.
I thought you were just.
You said setting it aside, so I think that was unclear.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So you guys decide who has it. It's fine. I mean, I think Wilfred identified it, so he had it in his hand. But Iggy, you could make the case for holding it, I suppose. But that would be up to you guys to decide.
No, I was just interpreting what Wilfred had said that they were doing.
Does the identify tell us the list of things that could happen?
Yes, but I'm just not going to read them all because.
I just So it's.
Honestly, I would kind of encourage you to not necessarily look at the list because first of all, it's like 20 different things that could happen.
Right. But I'm just like they seem to be pretty much 50-50 good or bad.
Okay. All right. I'm just saying that Wilfred would know unless he just kind of sits down and lists them all for you.
Yeah.
I don't feel like that's fun content right now. So
No. I absolutely agree. I'm just
sure. Not Valine, but Mara, you are what's it like when you do the ritual for this spell? Is this one of your Saloonist spells or one of your Raven Queen spells?
So this is a Raven. This is a Raven Queen spell. Mm-hmm. Because this is to aid in in her will. So what it is there are 4 sticks of incense around Mara, best estimate to the 4 directions, and she sits in the middle and takes off her raven pendant and puts it on the ground in front of her and stares into the empty eye sockets, and her eyes go black, and she says, Raven Queen, we need your guidance. Come to me.
So as you are reaching out with your mind and making contact, you do suddenly see, you open your eyes and you are seeing that inscription, but you're looking around and you're seeing a tower that is not destroyed. And it's as though you briefly have a view of what this tower looked like in its prime. And in fact, you even see the woman who is a statue, once again animate, but just, tending to something at a desk. But as you glance around and you look at the inscription, do you read Draconic?
I cannot read Draconic, but what I will do, consciously,
no.
is copy what I'm seeing on the ground.
That's fine. I was going to say it's not necessary, because you find that even though it's in Draconic, as you are looking at it, you see the letters seem to transform before you to text you can read. And so the full inscription says, 8th, stand firm in thy circle of death and consume poison. And then you blink again, and you're once again sitting there with everyone else in the...
I was watching you very carefully because we've talked about religion and communing with your goddesses. So as soon as you come back up, are you right?
Poison.
You're poisoned? Hey,
No.
no.
The word that was missing is poison.
Oh.
So you must consume poison.
Valine kind of laughs and says, we talked about changing it so that it would say something to throw avarice off track, and honestly, poison was the word I had in mind, so...
Maybe we need to change it to daffodils.
Well, unfortunately, because I did do the divination, I no longer have the ability to...
Well, that's all right.
Just shape stone. So, yeah. Most of you have not seen Mara do that intense of stuff because everybody was kind of looking around the first time that she'd done the divination. And only Rowan and Ale have probably heard her mention the Raven Queen before.
Yep.
So
Rowan speaks up and he pulls out an arrow, and it's a different arrow than he normally shoots if you've paid attention. And the tip of it, he gingerly holds out in front of him, and he says, if any of you think that you would like to partake of this, I'll just say, let me do it. Because it's the last wyvern poison tipped arrow he has. He only's got one left.
Well, it's good that we have some poison then. I'm not sure if getting jabbed with that will count as consuming it, but...
Oh, no. I was going to put it in my mouth.
Okay.
Because it says ingest, consume.
consume.
It is consuming poison. That's true.
Valine says, I believe that an individual who wishes to perform the rite must do all 8 steps.
Oh.
We've
Of course.
got
Now,
2 more to find out.
I believe, based on how some of them are written, that it does not necessarily require magic for individual steps to all come from that individual, but that whoever is performing the rite would need to be the one to consume the poison.
I think because of this, and I kind of lift up the amulet, that it'd probably be best for me to do anything that requires pain,
Well,
for lack of a better word.
let's see what the other 2 steps are, because we're only missing 2, and
And
they
also, this is
make a
technically
decision.
my mission. So,
Well,
Yeah.
and
It's
and
our
so
mission, Mara. Our mission.
mm.
well,
All
and
right,
Valine
let's keep
says, and
going.
I still think that Demi-Lich's staff is going to be in there. So.
Yes.
And anything
Well,
else?
Well, we still have 2 more towers to visit, so
Mhm.
let's be on our way.
Yes.
All right. So as you make your way out, assuming you're heading to this one right there,
That's correct.
go ahead and make another percentile check.
Not it.
I'll try it. So that's a 27.
Okay. That once again you are not interrupted. However, by this time, an hour has passed.
Well,
Yeah. And so, yeah, never mind. I was just going to say something else might have happened, but it doesn't. So never mind. So as you are making your way there, you are aware that, not that you had any intention of obeying her, but now the deadline has passed. So you can interpret that as you like. So as you approach this tower, an obsidian tower shrouded in gossamer mist soars before you. Eyes carved into the stonework appear to fixate on you as you approach the entrance. The spire's highest window emits a purple light, and Valine just like you don't even get that close before she just says, "Well, illusion."
Of course. Oh, I have a, I have, I have my own little bit of illusion. Yay!
Yes. So, do you as you approach the tower? It's a tower.
Yeah.
We go in.
Keep an eye out for lurking cultists.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Et cetera, et cetera.
but what can we trust our sight in there if this is illusions? What if we have to deal with illusions rather than making illusions?
Someone cast fairy fire.
And I don't have the ability to do that anymore.
Oh, well, I can. Poof.
Wow.
Well, fairy fire helps with
Yeah.
invisible things, but does not dispel illusions.
No.
Okay, well then never mind.
That's okay. But so what? As you are entering this this mist-filled tower, I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Hooray!
Okay,
Alright.
everyone near me gets the +2, so that's good.
That's an 18 for me.
Okay.
With
Natural
with
20.
Nice.
25.
with the +2, it'll be a 16.
Okay.
Wisdom saving throws is something I actually can do well.
Valine with the +2 still only gets a 13.
Oh,
So Iggy was that 14? It's actually a 16. Is that right?
Yeah.
Or okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see.
I got an 18.
Rowan, what did you get? Because it's not showing up.
Muted.
Oh, come on. Hang on. All right. Sorry, I'm having to I have to pull this back open.
All right.
Rowan got a 21.
23.
Okay.
23, yeah.
All right. So, sorry, I have to scroll back to this because it crashed on me. Okay. Everyone, where is that? No. Okay. So Valine failed. Iggy failed. What was yours? What was yours, Wilfred?
18.
18. Yeah. So only Iggy and Valine fail. Like all of you are seeing this mist sort of flow around you, obviously reacting to your presence, and it occasionally starts looking like it's it's trying to shape into something, but um, it can't quite make itself do it. But Iggy, you find that the mist shapes into the form of a mind flayer. And it is attacking you. And you are basically, I'm telling you, a mind flayer is attacking you right now.
Okay.
So what do you do as it grabs at you?
Eldritch Blast.
You miss. In the meantime, everyone else just saw Iggy do that, and you're also seeing Valine suddenly shouting at the mist, throughout the interior of this tower, and just saying, "No, you're wrong. That's not true." She's shouting. So,
I'm getting low on spell slots, but I'm going to cast a Dispel Magic on Iggy.
okay.
Do I need to make a check?
Well, no. As soon as you do, uh, wait. So hang on. Actually, you do need to make a check. Sorry.
Okay. 14.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. You did not need to make a check, but that 14 would have succeeded anyway. But yeah. So as soon as you do that, Iggy, this mind flare, you are gonna take 5 psychic damage as you felt this thing's teeth starting to pierce your skull. But then all of a sudden it's just mist again, and you realize somehow it was just in your head, and yet your head hurts like you feel there's no wound on your head, but it still feels like it happened. In the meantime, Valine is going to let's see, what does she do? She casts
So
she
that's
casts some kind of a ray at just nothing, and she is screaming at it, saying, "You stay away from me! You stay away!"
Valine,
right.
it is an
I think Wilfred's
illusion.
going to go around to the back of her and just basically just try and take a hold of her.
Okay.
I
Well,
think we
Right,
take her
not-
out of the tower. I think we take her out of the tower, Wilfred. I will help
Yeah.
Wilfred do this.
okay. I mean, so you make a grapple check.
Athletics.
This is a bad idea.
Yeah.
Only an 11.
Okay. She is surprisingly strong. She got a 20 on her
Yeah, I got a
acrobatics
17,
check.
so
So,
I got a
so
seven.
she looks back at you in horror, like, "What are you doing? Kill them! Kill them!" And she is like, she seems utterly convinced that there's something there.
Yeah.
But she
I-
is hurrying up the stairs to get away from you because you guys are not helping for some reason.
Yeah.
I will
Okay.
follow her.
Wow.
I will follow her up the stairs and say, "Go find the inscription. I will keep them down here."
You're saying that to Valine?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to give her fear some purpose.
Okay.
I see.
Yeah.
I see where you're going with that.
Yeah. She hears you say that and says, "Well, you better." And she like races up the stairs, but she is obviously, she gasps in what sounds like pain, and she's running, but she's saying, "Stop them!"
And I don't know if I can. I'm Twilight Sanctuary. Okay. And if she's in radius, I would use that to
Well, so what are the rest of you doing while she is racing ahead
All
up
right.
the stairs?
Wilfred's going to fall.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll grappling her. Always going to go follow her up the stairs too.
All right.
So
I
if she's still in my radius, I want to try to take use the bonus action for taking off a charm or frightened effect.
Okay. Um,
I don't know if that's gonna work, but it's worth a try.
you know what? This is technically not a charm effect, but I'm going to say that as you reach out for that, it doesn't work. But she says, "What are you doing? Kill them!"
Valine, I can't see them.
And
It is an illusion.
So when you say that, she looks at them uh, again and rolls an 8. What are you talking about? They're right there. And then she like rears back as though like she's being attacked, and
Okay.
she seems to be in genuine distress and pain.
All right, do what you can with her. I'm going up to find out about this. Find the inscription.
All right. If people don't have
Yeah.
the temporary hit points,
Um,
it's 14.
She is so she's continuing to try to fight whatever this thing. She's made it to the top, but she seems to be like desperately terrified of whatever this thing is, and increasingly like
Wilfred is
pleading
going
to you,
to
like, why aren't you helping me?
Wilfred's going to basically make a grab at something in front of her,
Okay.
or like basically flail through the illusion, be like, I can't, yeah,
Okay.
I
Yeah.
can't see
Sure.
it. There's,
Yeah. So you're trying to get where she's looking.
yeah,
Okay.
And
Yeah. I'll let her
basically-
make another check then. Yeah. Okay. As you do that, she again looks kind of confused, but then, oh, fucking illusion magic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I
she.
did say.
I
Yeah,
am right there with you.
Yeah, she seems to now have recognized it was an illusion and it lost its power as a result.
Yeah.
But she's like, well, I suppose that's why you weren't helping. And if you'll all give me a moment, I think I am going to need to let my blood cool a little bit, because I'll be honest, I was very angry with you.
yes.
That's understandable. Are you hurt at all?
My head is pounding.
Okay. Well, stand in my starry dome and you'll get some temporary hit
Yeah,
points.
she definitely accepts that. She does look a little pale, and like she perhaps took some psychic damage as well.
Oh, okay, then I will heal her 10 hit points
Okay,
from
great. Yeah.
from my lay on hands.
She accepts that and gives you a grateful nod. So as you are now a bit calmer, looking around in the interior of this tower, you do in fact see an inscription written on the walls in Draconic that says, "Sixth, show thy face to the sky."
That will not be easy.
Yeah, where's the sky here?
Well, I hope, the basically, upwards, metaphorical.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, that might be sufficient. I mean, I'm not sure. Like, do the wards know if there's sky above you, or is it just telling if you look up?
Or it could be something celestial, like a moon based or a sun based type thing. I don't know.
I mean,
We'll have to experiment and find out, I suppose.
well, you would think that this could, this rite could be done at most any time.
Well, we'll
Right.
try it, and we may be pleasantly surprised that it's as simple as looking up. Unless
Yeah.
one of those creatures comes from the ceiling again, and that would be bad.
Yeah. Huh.
Okay, we
One
are done
more.
here. Let's get out
Yes.
before the mist attacks us again.
Yes.
So after as you begin heading back down, you all
All right.
hear.
Keep it. Eye out for ambush.
Okay, sure, yeah. As you are heading back down the stairs back into this misty interior of the chamber, you hear echoing through the tower the sound of a man laughing.
What a joker.
Yes, hello.
Okay.
Feline just, yes, I don't like that.
Yeah, I heard it too.
I didn't tell a joke, so I don't know what's so funny.
Wait. This is the illusion tower.
Oh, you think maybe that what the inscription was?
Oh, that inscription might be wrong.
Yeah.
Ah. Can I go up to well, it's on the ceiling, right?
Well, yeah, it's like 10 feet off the ground.
Here, Arvik, let me give you a boost up and see if you can trace a carving with your hand. See if that
All right.
All right, so you are feeling the inscription instead of just looking at it. Is the idea?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You are, starting from the beginning, and as you're reading, you're feeling it along, sixth, comma, and then almost immediately you realize, yeah, the letters that you're feeling with your hand don't match what you're seeing.
Can we trace them out so we figured out what they are by feel?
Yeah, I thought about making you make a check with it, but there's no time pressure here, and you would obviously be, if you got gibberish, you would keep checking it, right? So what you discover is that the apparent physical engraving behind the illusion says, "Sixth, hide thyself behind a mask."
That makes a lot more sense.
Once again, Valine uses the elven swear word this time, but says blanking illusion magic.
Okay.
Then she's really just kind of going off on a little rant. It's like, I swear, every illusionist thinks of themselves as a trickster god reborn. It's such a pain in the butt.
I've known my fair share of illusionists. This is accurate.
I think better use for illusion is storytelling. Yeah. You have ability to make any image you want. Might as well just tell a story with it. And Wilfred says this as he's letting Arvik down.
Valine is just
okay. Well, that's better.
I just like raising skeletons.
Okay.
I swear, it's rather frustrating, honestly, that all of the things we've fought so far are incompatible. However, perhaps if we fight some of those cultists.
Maybe.
Ordinarily speaking, I would not wish that fate on anyone, but I think in this case I will make
An exception can be made.
Well, of course, I would get zombies rather than skeletons for them, but unless we take the time to boil the meat off. But that's probably more of a hurry.
Wait, what?
All right, forget I said anything.
So, in any case, you are, you're heading back down outside on your way to the last tower.
Yep.
All right. So let's get another percentile dice check.
Not it.
I'll do it.
I'm not hitting it because of all the times that I summoned the Lich.
Yeah, well, remember last time I summoned gargoyles.
You moved it to the wrong tower. That was the one where the gelatinous cubes were.
Okay.
Yeah, we want this one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So 32. Once again, you guys are lucking out, and you're not encountering any random battles. Yes, you make your way out all the way out.
Oh, way out
one.
there, yeah.
Yeah, you have to climb up some various parts of the glacier that are kind of have grown out onto the surface of the city here. But you reach, and it says ice has engulfed the lower floors of this crumbling tower. Pink light pours out of the highest window, a single point of illumination in a dark and out-of-the-way region of the city. And Valine says, well, enchantment's the only one left.
Yeah.
All right. Let's
This one
let's stick
we
close
need
to
to
Aule
really
so
figure-
that his protection will help us keep us from getting charmed by something.
That would be a good idea.
Yeah. Okay, so as you enter, this tower immediately looks different than the others in the sense that, you've been looking for draconic inscriptions.
Mm-hmm.
In this one, you see that someone has taken a whole bunch of pitch, like tar, and written all over the walls with it. Like everywhere that you could, every surface that you could possibly write it on has been written on with the inscription in Draconic, all work and no play make Ivira a dull girl.
Oh no.
And then you can see like leftover brooms and empty pitch-covered buckets and mops and stuff frozen onto the floor by the cold. But like the entire interior of this tower, someone has just scrawled that over and over and over again, written in tar on the interior walls.
All right, who has
I've heard of a
prestidigitation?
play like this.
I do not. I took too many. I had 4 cantrips and 3 of them were combat. I think I made a bad choice in the end.
Yes. Actually, I do have prestidigitation. So.
Well,
But that's going to be a while. What?
The stairs are not obstructed, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So okay. So I think we can probably ignore that. Let's go up and see what the top of the tower is like.
So as you start climbing the tower, going around and around these stairs, you discover that at a certain point the inscription changes. Like the phrase being that is still written around there is that, first of all, it seems like now it's written in wine stains rather than pitch, and the phrase now says, "I am Ivira. Ivira is my name."
It looks like someone is trying not to forget who they are.
The floor on this level is littered with empty wine bottles.
Okay.
Right?
Someone was trying very, very hard. not
Poor
to
Marcher.
go Crazy.
Yeah. Put a hand on Archer's shoulder. No.
Yeah.
No.
They could also
Yeah.
not to forget themselves. They could also be just drunk off old Netherese wine.
Well-
Let's keep going. I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
So as you reach the door, which should, based on previous towers, reach the uppermost chamber, painted on blood above the door are the words in Draconic, "The crown knows all."
That's
crown.
worrying.
The crown knows all.
Mm-hmm.
That crown tower?
Where
where
okay. Player might have figured something out. Crown of Madness. Is that a leap that would make sense for Wolford
Well,
to
I
make?
mean, what about Crown of Madness?
Like-
You can know that
like
there's a
some-
spell called Crown of
some-
Madness.
Basically like a permanent version of it is what player David thought of.
Well, I mean, I think what you know about, I mean, I don't think you have enough clues to determine. I mean, you think it's theoretically possible there's a reference to a crown and someone who appears to be mad, but also the version of the spell that you've heard of tends to make people just go into like an attack frenzy and be somewhat dominated. It would be a very strange version of that spell that would make someone do this.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm sorry. I'm just reading ahead of what happens in here. Okay. All right. So, as you open that door, I assume, and enter the uppermost chamber, you see an elderly woman sitting rigidly on a black throne shrouded in ice. She wears a crown of entwined iron tentacles, and her forehead is bruised where the band fits tightly against her skull. An inscription decorates the wall behind her. And there are pink continual flame spells in various sconces providing light in here.
Gonna keep clear of that throne and go around to, try and see the inscription behind it.
Yeah. So you are certainly able to do that. You give the throne a wide berth for now, and the inscription says, "Fourth, coax a secret from another."
Right.
All right. The last piece we needed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, Valine is looking. I think she kind of barely gives it the throne a glance, but she's kind of that crown. She's like, yeah, I don't know about that crown. It seems like a bad crown.
I am more than happy to leave it here. I've seen enough of the magic of this place.
Although I will ask anyone who kind of looks any closer at it, to make a perception check.
Yeah.
Actually,
I will.
Anyone
I
who
will.
Actually, I'll
well,
help.
if anyone has medicine, you can make that check instead of perception.
My perception is much better than
Yeah,
my medicine.
that's what I was gonna say. That's what.
Well,
I was
no,
saying.
I-
But medicine will tell you more if depending on what you
Okay.
get, right?
My medicine is the same as my perception, so never mind.
Whoa, natural one. Yeah.
Oh no, but I get advantage because somebody's helping me, right?
Well, people are helping, I guess. Yeah.
What
Well,
language?
Iggy said that he was helping me, or they
Yep.
were helping me.
Yeah.
What's the
All right,
language?
13 is better.
Yeah.
What's the language?
Yeah, what's the language the inscription is in?
It's
Draconic.
in Draconic.
Oh, yeah, Rogue wouldn't be looking at that because he doesn't speak it.
Yeah. Well, so in any case, with a 13, what you realize is this woman sitting in that throne wearing this crown, she's alive. She is sitting there unmoving and just staring into space, but she's alive. You realize, looking a little closer, it's very shallow and slow, but she is breathing.
Mara will look at Aule and it just be like, she's still alive.
Then we have to free her if we can. We can't just leave. We can't just leave her here to.
I feel
pain
like
and
I feel like we
oh.
can leave her for now, and once we break the curse of this place, we can come back for her.
I would be loath to leave the city and leave her here for who knows how long.
Right. So, let's conserve our energy right now toward our bigger goal, and then once that is done, we remember to come back for her.
I'll look at the others. Is that agreed?
I think, given everything else, I think we need to share. I mean, who knows what will happen? Let's come back here after.
Wilfred is going to, be impulsive and go up and tap on the ice.
Well, so
With her
bear in
fingers.
mind, when I say shrouded in ice, I mean it's like she's got frost on her. I don't mean she is in a block of ice.
Oh, okay. Oh,
She has just got like frost on her skin and like that.
So as you go to touch, Mara will bat your hand away.
well, okay. This, with that in mind, Wilfred is going to go up and gonna go closer and say, and
do not
say her name,
touch her. Do not touch her.
yeah, not gonna touch her. Just get like within 10 feet and say, Iveria?
She does not give you any response. She's just staring into space. Her eyes don't even turn to follow you or anything. She's just staring.
Okay.
Let's go. We have bigger things.
Okay. Well, that's
Was anyone
was no
glancing
turning
at
point.
Valine during that conversation?
No,
All right.
I don't give a shit.
Okay. Yeah, so Valine certainly does not make any protestation at leaving this woman behind. So,
Yeah.
all right. So, does anyone care to read what should now be all 8 clues for the rite of the arcane octad?
I can. All right. First, shield thy heart with a
Wait.
wand of the nether oak.
And Mara will stop you real quick and cast do I have I do have see invisibility, so I'm gonna cast see invisibility.
Oh, okay. Oh, to make sure you're not reading it in front of someone that you wouldn't want
Yeah.
to have know it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You oh, that's okay. You do not see anything invisible.
Okay. Go ahead.
All right. Second, summon a flame in the palm of your hand. Third, a burnt palm loosens the tongue. Fourth, coax a secret from another. Fifth, quench the flame in the palm with ice. Sixth, hide thyself behind a mask. Seventh, trace a circle with the ashes of the dead. And eighth, stand firm in the circle of death and consume poison.
Okay.
OGM, did I get that all right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you got it right. At least that's what the inscriptions said. That you're fine. So
And
recall
what
all
we
the
know,
way
what
across
we
the city,
remember,
this place here was where the place to do the ritual.
and from what I remember, the third one where the burnt palm looses the tongue, it's we got clarification that meant that we had to tell a secret.
I feel like that sounds right, but I don't off the top of my head remember where you heard that.
I just remember we were I think it was when we were in that astronomy tower type thing, and the frog creature clarified for us. I think, if my memory serves correctly, I think that's how I knew that part.
Let's see. Oh no. Okay. So the entire inscription there said, "Third, a burnt palm loosens the tongue. Shed a secret about yourself for all to hear."
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So the clarification was in the inscription.
Got it.
Yeah. All right. So.
No time like the present.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to make 2 random encounter checks on your way back over there, assuming that you're not stopping anywhere.
Nope, we're not.
Nope.
All right. So let's go ahead and get a first percentile check for getting halfway there.
Okay. Of course I did.
9.
This is why I should never volunteer to do percentile checks.
I'll do the next.
Okay. Well, as it happens, what that would have allowed you to encounter Irialarthus again, except he did. So
I'm cursed. This is my mortal enemy, and every time I do it, it brings him up.
You're not cursed. The Reagan Queen just wants you to meet him to deal with him.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy actually, but
Yeah.
but the fact that he is currently disintegrated means you do not encounter him. So
Yeah.
you're good.
What are we going to use for the ashes of the dead?
I'm sure we'll figure something out.
We can. Isn't there we've killed a lot of things? We just need to burn them.
We have to find a corpse.
Well, I mean, which of these corpses had something we could burn? I mean, a lot of them didn't leave a body we could
It's
burn.
true.
The tomb tapper.
No,
Yeah,
that's
turned
turned to
to
stone.
Turned to stone.
What about those eye wizard things that were with Irialarthus? Didn't we kill one of them?
They ran
did
away.
Oh, they all ran away. Crap.
Did
It made-
Irialarthus leave ashes? If he did, I would have collected them. I think I did.
What you did is you poured holy water on them.
Yeah.
That's right. To make try to.
I
We
think
might need
you
a
are
random encounter
perhaps
just to kill
uncertain.
something.
You are perhaps uncertain how that would impact their utility for this purpose.
Mhm.
But in any case, if you're still heading towards that sort of big strut that leads up to the spire, let's make another check,
Rowan's turn.
another
Yes.
percentile dice.
Let's see. 53.
Okay. Well, lucky you. You see on your way, you hear, I think first, the toom, toom, toom.
Oh, not
Oh,
another
not
one of those.
again!
And yeah, so you do, as you're crossing this open area, see once again there's one of those things that seems to be heading in your direction.
Oh no, not again.
Okay, what do we remember from last time? It gets
It's
hurt a lot.
immune to cold.
Immune to
Okay.
cold, can throw that hammer.
And it
Elaine
comes
says
and
we should try to lead it to the cultists.
To the
You know
what?
what? We
No,
should try to lead it to the
they,
cultists.
they haven't made the first move yet. Damn.
Well, if we lead it to them and it attacks them, we technically didn't attack them.
Well, see, that's the sort of technicality that is frowned upon.
Let's just
Maybe if
hide.
we just-
Let's see if we can lose it. All right, come on.
Yes, because hiding doesn't work.
Well, I mean, it didn't work
didn't.
last time.
Yeah.
Right, and that's what I'm making the statement based on.
So,
That it
Well,
did
let's
work.
try it again.
yeah,
We
it
realize
won't
what
hurt
it-
anything.
Just us.
Yeah. Well, no, it won't hurt. It won't hurt to try and hide from it, especially because Wilfred is short now. They're normal size now.
Let's
So-
go.
True.
Yeah. So let's see if we have more success that way.
okay. So, you are hurrying to escape. So first, let's get a group athletics check as you just try to put some distance between you and it on your way to the
Ooh.
I'm assuming you're heading like into these buildings here to try to find
Yeah.
a place
Yeah.
for
Oh
it.
Yeah,
wow,
absolutely.
Ali is not fast today.
Oh,
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
let's
So
bring up that average, guys.
Rowan rolled well, and then Wilfred also really rolled well. So, yeah.
And
it's not-
what did Valine get?
Oh yeah, let me roll for Valine. Athletics not her best thing, but she's okay. I mean, she's not.
There's the
like, it's not-
possibility.
well, she rolled a 7 though, so
Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So I think it's got big long legs. So you have not managed to put as much distance between it and you. It seems like it has changed course to follow, and you're not able to outpace it as of yet. But now you are managing to make your way into where the buildings are, and it hasn't caught up with you yet. So it does seem to be following. It is, I would say, currently, we'll say about 150 feet away.
Let's keep-
and it is
let's-
heading straight for you. But
Let's keep running. I think we've got a good chance if we can just get some distance.
Okay, so so I've kind of just generally made a guess at where you would be going, but bear in mind that let's see, if you can see my little ruler right now, if you use the little ruler tool,
Yeah.
you can
Yeah.
you can see that the scale, right? And so
Yeah.
right now, you have entered those areas where the buildings are, and it's still kind of closer over by like behind the tower. So it's coming, but where are you trying to go? If you're just trying to get more distance, that's going to be another athletics check.
Well,
Yeah.
if we loop up to the east or to the right, like going behind the largest tower that has the force field that we need to disassemble, we could put it between us. And we don't know what happens if it tries to break through that force field. So as we saw before, it just walks through things. So
The force field is around the main spire in the center, not around the smaller tower.
Well, it also had its own, and that was that the strut
You're
that goes
talking-
up to it. That is the
Oh.
place that the ritual is to be performed.
Right.
Yeah. So I mean, even if it's not a force field over the whole place, that's a large building
Mhm.
to put in between us and it.
Yeah. All right.
So,
So,
like,
What about
right
that
around
lightning
here.
court? I mean, that would also be a possibility, wouldn't it?
I mean, you guys tell me what you want to do. It's keeping
But
pace
try to
with you so
shock
far,
it.
and you're running. This is a conversation had running,
Okay,
because otherwise
Let's
it's catching up with
let's
you.
go to that lightning court and see if because let's see if we can get somehow use that to attack it.
Okay,
Okay.
that's an interesting idea. I'll have to look up how that lightning court works. Okay, so go ahead and make your athletics check to see how if you can keep keep it
18, much better this
Oops.
time.
I
19,
not
rolled
for
much better
Valine.
this time.
I rolled the wrong thing, but
Yeah.
that would put me at a 8 instead
Okay.
of a 6.
Yeah, Valine got
Yeah.
a 4.
Oh,
I think a couple of you are feeling like you could probably go fast enough, but the slower members of your party are falling behind. And so if you're staying together, it's gaining on you, and I think it's only at about 90 feet away now. But you do reach this lightning court, which I will read the description here. The air around this amphitheater is charged with static. Cracked steps descend to the stadium floor, where a tiny glittering object rests on a pedestal of black stone. 3 metal masts rise from the arena like gigantic tridents, each one emitting a low hum. The branches of each trident are 25 feet off the ground and extend 50 feet into the air. And so, do you run into the
Yeah, into the
on?
arena. Yeah.
Okay.
And Wolfers.
The
Wilfred
first
will-
time one of you steps onto the playing field, a dome of crackling electricity encloses the entire stadium. And so
Okay.
things start to happen. The shimmering head and shoulders of a woman blink into existence above the arena floor. Electrical currents course over her metal teeth, and her form stutters and flickers as she speaks in a strange language, which Professor Scant begins translating for you. She's saying, so a new challenger enters the arena. You have 30 seconds to choose your teammates for a game of chain lightning. And as this is starting to happen, you are looking up and you see the tomb tapper standing at the border of this force field, but just stationary there. It is not proceeding.
Oh,
dang it!
Ah,
So here's the thing: there are 6 of you, and chain lightning is played with teams of 6. So let's see. Let me.
Wait a minute, there's 7 of us.
Well, yeah, but Valine's
Well-
going to be like,
Well,
whatever,
okay.
you guys.
So you're right. You're right. Hang on. So oh, you know what? Kingsport is still.
Oh, there's 8 of us!
You know what?
Oh, England.
Okay. Let's describe.
Oh, God.
Let's describe the retcon of where you and Kingsport parted ways.
yeah.
I think we parted ways after Wilfred was made normal again.
Mm-hmm.
Because we had 2 party members leave, and there was nobody able to carry him anymore.
Yeah.
So
and you're just
Yeah.
kind of doing a lot of walking. It's like, this seems hard. You know what?
Well-
You guys go ahead. I'll catch up.
okay,
And then
And I
you
felt guilty for a bit, but in the end,
yeah. So he's around somewhere. Who knows what's up with Kingsport? All right.
He's going to complete the ritual and claim Irrelevant staff.
Yeah. Okay. So in any case, I'm reviewing the rules of chain lightning, which you guys did actually discover at one point. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, 2 teams of 6 players. And so I think you see 6 little glowing circles along one side of the field kind of light up. And, Valine is saying, Well, I don't want to be the one who insists on not playing, but I suspect that this is a more physical game.
Yeah.
Well,
I
let's
mean,
yes.
I was curious about this from the moment I started, so I'm going to go. Both
Yep,
will
I'll
go
go
and
stand in a circle.
Yep. Me too.
I'll go. And taking a careful look to see if the Tomb Tapper is going to be watching how we play.
Oh God, we have an audience.
It does seem to be just standing up there patiently. But so Valine kind of goes off to sit in the stands. I assume the rest of you take your places.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So you see Galvin Majin, the ones that you had previously seen with
oh boy,
the green robes, are summoned into existence and take the place on the opposite side. They are all wearing white fancy uniforms, and so here's the way this game is played in here is that an iron ball magically appears in a random location on the arena floor, roughly equidistant from the two teams. And we treat the ball as a simple ranged weapon with the finesse and thrown properties, meaning that if you are a dexterity-based, fighter, you can use your dexterity to, you know, so you can use either strength or dexterity as your weapon skill for it. At this point, the range is 120 feet, deals 1d4 bludgeoning damage on a hit. So basically, the idea here is that to win, a team, it's like dodgeball. It must eliminate the other team's players by hitting them with the ball. A player struck by the thrown ball is eliminated and teleported to the sidelines. Game ends when everyone, only one team is left.
That's
Okay.
all. That's the rules.
Well, it's
All
so
right.
that we can play it here. That's why.
Yes.
So, but the ball appears in a random location. So every player is going to make an dexterity athletics check. So that means if you have proficiency in athletics, you can add your proficiency modifier, but otherwise you're adding dexterity.
Okay. Well, my dexterity and strength are the same, so I just roll athletics.
Okay. And so whoever gets the highest roll is going to get the ball first. And I'm going to make 6 rolls for the Majin because they're competing, obviously. Okay, so let's see. So that's everybody there, right? So
I haven't.
okay, never mind. Sorry, I'm seeing athletics up there too, which
Was from something else.
Oh, is that 23 for Ale is the highest?
Yep.
Yeah.
Looks like. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I got a 22 for one of these guys. But none higher than that. So with a 23, Ale, you are the first to retrieve the ball. That means your team is on offense. And so basically, to simulate the ball being passed around, because you can toss it between each other rather than just straight try to attack, you can make an athletics, another dexterity athletics check to try to pass and have the person catch it. So
Now,
wait, so hang on. This is
Sorry.
it is a little complicated. So okay, to simulate the ball being passed around, everybody makes the dexterity athletics check. Another one. Not, we just resolved that one. But so that if the team on offense gets more successes than the team on defense, then one player on offense can try to hurl the ball between the metal tines of an electrified mast, hoping to impart an electrical charge to the ball, or try to attack one of the other players by throwing it like a weapon. And so apparently, if you
Charge it.
charge it, let's see.
yeah, what's the goodness of that?
Okay. If the ball is charged, it does more damage when it hits, but also an arc of lightning shoots from the ball and automatically hits another randomly determined player on the same team. and the second player is also eliminated. So basically, let's see. Yeah. All right. So that means that you can. Okay. So here's what we're doing. Okay. Once again, we're gonna all make that same check,
Okay.
and I'm looking for how many of you beat 15.
Okay. Athletics.
Ah,
Okay. So that's 4 successes against 3, 4. Okay. That's a tie in the sense that it's both that you both got the same number of successes. So I think that right now you're pretty evenly matched. So we're going to keep doing this.
okay.
So go ahead and do your rolls one more time. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. 3 successes. All right. And they got 4 successes this time, so I think that I think that means they get to take the ball. Let's see.
So I basically get the ball stripped from me.
Well, let's see. It doesn't
Nice.
actually say that. It's just, like, this is a weird game.
Let's assume that the ball gets it changes sides.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I'm passing it, or somebody's passing
Okay,
it, and
so
they
now
catch it.
so
They
you guys
intercept
are
it.
on defense now, and what we're still doing these same checks.
okay.
So you guys go ahead and do yours. You're hoping to get more successes in order to regain control.
This was not a good round.
That's only 2 successes there. So for theirs, wow, they only got 1 success. So
Wow.
All right.
you regained control.
And they fumbled.
Yeah.
They fumbled and somebody
And,
landed on it.
And Rowan scoops it up.
Well, I was gonna say that Rowan, whoever gets the ball, Rowan lines up on the opposite side of one of the tines so that you can pass it to him and get it electrified, and then I will try to hit one of them.
Okay. Well, so you regained the ball, and so now we're doing one more round to see if you get to make one of these attacks.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, I rolled a 1.
They got 5 successes this time. So
Yeah, I
you
think
guys
we're
have
gonna-
already lost control of the ball, and it's just going back and forth right now.
Wow. Pish pash. Okay, so we've lost control, so now we got to try to regain control. This is a game of punting, apparently.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, it's like soccer, I guess.
Yeah, it's definitely like soccer.
Not a whole lot of scoring.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So was that? Okay.
So 3 successes on our end.
Okay. 3 successes. No, I think Iggy's 19 was from the last round, right?
Yeah, it was.
That's 2
So what's
successes.
Oh.
So the 9 is from mine.
Yeah.
Or it's from
Okay,
this
got
one.
it.
All right. Well. Oh, they're doing bad this time. Yeah, they only got 1 success. So
Okay.
So
Yeah.
we want to electrify, or do we want to knock one of them out?
bear in mind you can electrify it if you succeed with your like attack throwing it through the tines, and it will be charged, but then you don't like automatically have control of it. Still, it'll be a dash to try to whoever gets the
I think
highest
attack.
again.
I think attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
We want to get the advantage so they're not rolling as much.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right.
I'll try that.
Yeah.
You can get the ball to me.
Yep. We'll pass the ball. We'll pass the ball to Rowan.
So if we say Rowan's got the ball, then so Rowan, you throw it like it's a ranged attack. So like you can use
Get the ball to Rowan.
don't just use your magic bow one, because that has obviously a bonus on it. But you
Yeah.
Your dex plus your proficiency.
simple ranged weapon. Yeah, so dex plus proficiency.
Same thing as mine. Yeah, so it'd be Dex plus 50, so that's plus 6.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, that was a D1.
Yeah.
I like that score.
Roll the four first now. Yeah.
Oh god.
And absolutely
Okay,
44
okay.
to hit.
A 15 hits, and one of the enemy or opposing team is eliminated.
Hey.
All right.
Okay, so now once again, we do the same checks, but we're just trying to see who gets the highest roll this time to see who regains.
Who gets to the ball? Got it.
Well, here, I'll let you guys do yours first. It looks like two of you got a 23.
My deck's
I'll-
15.
Yeah, my dex is lower, so I think you get it.
Well,
wrong.
no, okay, so you can decide who has it, but 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter at this stage anyway, but yes, it does. Yes.
Okay, yeah. So one of them got a 23 also. So they have a dex of 18. So, which
Yeah,
So between Rowan and Aule, who has the highest dex?
Rowan does.
And,
yeah, mine 14, and they beat me.
Okay, so they start with the control of the ball this round. So you
Yes,
go
we're
ahead
on
and do your
defense.
rolls. Yeah.
Okay, on defense.
I got a success.
I got a success.
I got a success.
Okay.
Even in
So we're
3
waiting on
successes,
Iggy.
I think.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, we're missing
Iggy stepped away.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see. Iggy's are
Plus 3.
Plus 3.
Okay, she's back
Okay, one more roll.
from Yuli.
We can't hear you.
Okay.
Okay, so that's two successes? Three successes.
3 successes.
Okay, so now they're gonna make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They got 3 successes, so it's a tie. So they still
Alright.
have control.
All right, another round.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a success.
Okay.
I got a success.
All right, so that's 3 so far. 4.
I got a success.
Natural 20.
Yes. So that's 5 out of 6 successes. They would have to all succeed to get it to keep the content. And they don't. They only got 1. So you have control now.
This is not that different from the game the
Goat ball?
Goliaths play.
Yeah.
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 All right. So you have
All right.
you have control. So we're doing another round where you're going to try to see if you get an opportunity to attack.
Arvik trips.
Yeah.
Oh, arbitrix.
I think he trips and lands on Iggy.
Okay. So
Oh,
that's
squish.
only 2 successes.
2.
All right. Yeah, they've got 2. They got 3, so they once again
They
get
steal the ball
control.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's a question, guys. Is this fun for you? We can just
Oh, yeah.
keep doing it, playing it by the
Right.
rules.
I'm actually having fun.
Okay, good.
I thought we would be able to draw the Tomb Tapper in
Yeah.
and use the play space to attack it, but no. But what the hell? Like,
No.
This
Who,
is
you'll get to play soccer and D&D that often.
To me, this feels like slightly more dangerous dodgeball.
It's totally
It is.
dangerous dodgeball.
Yeah.
But I only say slightly because if you can recall from your childhood playing dodgeball, it was not safe.
Okay.
I lost a tooth.
All
Anyway.
right. So they have control currently. If you guys are having fun, we'll just keep playing.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So
That was-
go ahead and do your next round.
Arvik is a success.
Okay.
Oh,
so-
Ali trips a bit. Eek.
Yeah.
That wasn't good.
3.
So 2 successes on our end this round.
They only got 2 as well.
Oh,
So-
so they weren't able to press their advantage to attack
Yeah.
us. So we're back to the
So
draw.
how about this? Let's make the new rule that if it's a tie, it's another scramble.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
The ball goes free, and then everybody's scrambling.
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
So,
Like rugby. It's a scrum. Let's
It's
go.
scrum. Let's scrum, kids.
Okay. So what we're
Okay.
doing now is we're trying to see who gets the highest total.
Okay.
So that looks like Mara.
Could be Mara.
Well, let me roll theirs. Nope, one of them gets it with a 24.
But I got a nat 20.
They also
Yeah,
got a
you,
nat
you
20.
almost got the ball,
Yeah.
Mara.
Aw.
Almost.
Almost, but they got it. So they have
Okay,
control.
so now we're on defense.
Yep.
They're pushing on us.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
No.
All
I
right.
got a success.
Success.
Okay,
Oh,
looks like
that was-
just 2 again.
the Goliath and the Dragonborn are trying to carry the team.
Okay, they actually got 4 successes this time, so they're gonna try to they are actually gonna try to put a charge on it. So one of them will make the attack. Yeah.
Yeah, because they need to come from behind here. I see
Yeah.
why they're going to charge it.
Yeah.
Okay, and in fact, unfortunately, they miss. So they fail to get it through the tines. It does not gain a charge, and now it's another scramble.
Okay.
23.
Man.
Okay.
Oh God! Ollie was
So
staring
that-
at the shot too much. He felt
That's
I
3
love it.
successes. So
No, we're going for the
you're
highest
right, another
roll.
scramble.
We're going highest roll,
Okay,
yeah.
well, so one of them just rolled a 23 right off the bat. So
Well, so did Wilfred.
oh, you're right. Okay, so let's see.
Wilfred has a +5.
Well, so but what's your dex, Wilfred?
That's only a +1.
Okay, yeah. So I think the Magian gets it with the tie. Unless we want to make it another like athletics roll off. Is that more fun?
Sure.
Yeah.
They're
Okay.
they're both trying to maneuver to get the ball
Yeah.
from the other.
I wish I knew what the rules for cheating were.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
Well, no,
so
see-
Wilfred comes away with it. You have the.
See, okay, so when we're passing the ball around, pass it to Arvik. I've got an idea.
Well, I mean, if can just make an attack. or-
No, we have to get it. We
We
have
have to
to. We
keep
have
it
to
in
go.
We have to get into scoring position next.
We have to get against scoring position.
Okay, so let's
Okay.
try that. Score.
So, incidentally, what I will say is that at a certain point, you all realize that there is actually now a pedestal with a big, fancy-looking trophy that you think might be made of mithril, embedded with some big gemstones on it. It looks
I
super
want to win the
valuable.
prize. Give
Yeah.
me the prize.
So looks like we got 3 successes.
Are we missing Iggy's?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Not that I'm gonna get a success, but
Got this, Iggy.
nope.
Oh.
No. So I think that's just 2, right? Because you're
Yeah.
trying to
It's
beat
just 2.
15. Yeah. So 2. All right. They've got 2. They also only got 2. So we're at another
We're
scramble.
back to a scramble.
Fumble.
Ball is
Fumble.
loose.
Humble, go for the ball.
All right.
24. Yeah.
22.
Oh, mine did not go through. Let's try it again. There it goes.
Oh wow. 28.
Ah! Critted it.
They can't roll that high. So Ale definitely comes up with the ball.
All right.
All right,
We're gonna
let's
pass it around to get to scoring position. Give me the ball.
Ah,
We got 3 successes so far. 4.
All right.
Last one.
Can you electrify and make it ice?
They got 2 successes, so you definitely are able. You had the ball, so you are able to either try to charge it or to make another attack.
I am going to use a quick and true strike when I make my attack.
All right, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm just briefly seeing if there's anything in here that would actually prevent that, or yeah. No, I don't see anything that describes
I mean,
a problem with that.
from what we've
Yeah.
seen of their culture, this would absolutely be part of the game.
Hey, that tree we met would be so proud of us.
Yeah,
Evil tree.
yeah.
Evil tree.
All right,
hates
so
me.
I get proficiency and dexterity, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a +5. That's the same as my athletics. I'm going to roll that.
All right.
I got a 16. Oh wait, it's
So were you trying to attack or
I'm
charge
just
it?
making an attack.
Okay, yeah. So A 16
Yeah.
is enough. So once again, another one of them is eliminated. It is now 6 people to 4.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Oh man.
Now we scramble for the ball again.
Yep.
All right. Let's get
Okay.
20 is a good roll.
20 is a good roll. Is
So
it good enough?
15.
3 successes.
Well, no, it's actually it's the highest roll. To see
Oh,
who
Oh,
gets
you're
the ball.
right. You're right.
Nice
I
roll.
keep forgetting. One of them got a 23 and another got a 24. So
they get
have
the
it.
ball.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got to steal the ball back. Okay.
Okay.
All right. We can play defense, guys. We can do it.
Oh,
no,
one
maybe
success.
I've
not.
got
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Oh boy. This is,
Oh, God,
this
I'm the only success. How did that happen?
No.
Okay.
Rowan
Oh,
got
thank God.
one. Yeah, no, only 2.
Oh,
But
Uh-oh.
so, but they also got 2, so it's another scramble.
Okay.
All right. Ball goes flying. 15 seconds.
20.
So 1,
Iggy.
2, 3.
20.
That's 4, right?
Iggy for the win!
Yeah.
Wait. Scramble.
Scramble.
Oh, you're
highest
right.
roll.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Thank you guys for keeping me on that.
Okay, highest roll.
Iggy, you got the ball.
Well, no. So one of them got a 20 also. So now you're one more roll off between just the 2 of you.
Come on, Iggy. Come on. You can do
Iggy.
it. You can do it. You can do
on.
it, Iggy.
They got a 19.
No!
Okay, yeah. So they have
That's
the ball.
too bad.
Okay, defense again. Back to
Yeah.
defense. Back to defense.
Success.
All right.
All right, success.
2, 3.
3 successes.
Oh.
Four
Four
successes.
successes.
Nice. Okay, that's everyone for this round? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, they lose the ball. In fact they got
All right.
4 fail. None of them succeeded that time.
All right, so we got the
wow.
ball. Now we got to press. Okay,
All right.
pressing, guys, pressing.
I say we electrify it.
Okay, Ali fumbled and landed on his face.
So
Success.
1
Alright.
success, 2 success, 3 success, 4 success.
Or success.
Is that not 5? Because
Oh, 5. I didn't
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So they can't even get that many.
they can't. I won't even roll it because they
All
can't
right.
get that many.
Yeah, let's
So-
electrify the ball.
All right. So
It
you
is-
you
yeah.
still make the same attack roll, and you're trying to beat 15 to get it through the tines, and then it's a
This one, I
scramble.
think we're going to give the ball to Rowan for that.
Rowan.
Okay.
That is +6.
Oh
Oh!
no.
No.
So it does not receive a charge, and it's a new scramble.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
too excited.
tension.
18 size.
Oh.
24 is the highest.
24.
Yeah. Yeah. They only got a 16 is the highest for them. So
There you go. Allies got it.
Ali grabs the ball.
Try it one more time, LA.
All right.
2, 3.
3 successes.
Okay.
Is that everybody?
No,
Yeah.
one more.
Okay.
Nope.
Three
So
su-
3
Just 3.
successes.
Okay. So they only got 1 success.
All right.
So,
So
you can you can try again for the.
I think we just attack because
Yeah.
Yeah.
law of numbers.
Well, the thing is, we do have numbers, but if we can electrify it and I hit,
Yeah, but then you got to roll again after that.
but it's
so you,
it's a guaranteed 2 outs.
yeah, but you have to do.
But it
you
might
have to-
be one of us.
No,
Yeah.
no. Is it any player or is it just on that team?
If
Oh,
if
so
you
on
fail
that
when
team.
you attack, it will take out one of your team members.
Yeah, so
wait,
it's just
no.
attack.
No. So if you charge it, then it takes out the one that you hit and another one on that team.
Oh, okay.
If you
Yeah, I
miss,
see.
it loses the charge.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I'd say we go for the win.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
By the
Let's try
way,
to charge it.
is the Tomb Tapper watching intently?
Yes.
I mean, it's hard. It doesn't have eyes, but it does.
But
it
it's
is-
up there at the
it-
up there
yeah.
at the edge of the.
It hasn't moved. It is. You know what? I take that back. It has moved around the side, so where it's closer. It's on the closer end to you, but it can't seem to pass through the force field or won't.
It's going
Okay.
to the better view. It didn't like its seating.
All right. So
I pick at you.
Okay, Roman, try to electrify the thing. Go for it.
Well, you'd have to pass it to me.
Well, yeah, that's taken as read
yeah.
that you have it.
So that last round we can resolve that.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
Go for it.
All
I did.
right.
There we
yes.
go. Yes.
Okay.
So it's a scramble. The ball is now charged.
Okay. Oh, okay. So,
23.
okay. So 23.
Ugh.
Ding.
So 2 of you got 23. That's pretty good. And none of them beat that. So so you have control of the ball. It is currently charged.
All right.
Right.
So now we got to press for attack. Come on. Let's do
Oh
it.
no.
One.
Okay, one success.
One success.
Oh, no!
One success.
Hold on, I'm having a loading issue. Hold on.
Come on,
Okay.
Iggy. You can do it.
No, I can't.
Oh! Only one success.
They get 2 successes, so they have control of the ball now. It is still charged.
Still charged, and we now got to play defense and avoid them rocking us.
So here's a question: if
Yes.
they make an attack and miss, because I feel like this is dodgeball, could I make a dex check to try to catch it?
I think I this one doesn't seem to have the rule for that. I think you don't know what would happen.
This is a metal sphere being hucked at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to catch that.
It's
You'll
like
break
a
your
shot
wrists.
put ball.
Yeah.
All right. So we're still missing. There we go.
We got 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay, and there I rolled one of theirs already. Oh dang! They got 3.
Okay, so that means they
wow.
attack with a charged ball. Oh,
Yeah,
crap.
yeah. So one of them is,
Oh, is it-
they're definitely going to throw it at.
I'm
one
gonna
of
see
you.
if I can get them to throw it at me.
Okay.
Why
make
you?
Make a what performance or?
Why you, Arvik?
Yeah, it should be. It should be. I think it should be me.
Or me.
Well, okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you want a good
Point.
chance of missing.
I mean, like you got like you
You know
guys.
what? I actually, yeah, I think it should be either random or yeah.
All right.
I
I'm going to
my-
roll
my-
randomly to see who it is. It is Aule that they're attacking.
Uh-oh.
No.
Okay.
Not super.
And they do hit.
Well, okay, what did they hit with?
Okay, they got a 21.
Okay, so I'm going to manifest wing. My armor class is strong. I'm going to manifest wings to increase my armor class. Let's see if I get enough to increase my armor class to save it. I get a
Yes.
4, so they miss.
Okay.
Take that. Bounces off the wings.
Okay, so that means it's going to hit the ground and lose its charge, and it's a scramble again to get it.
That's royal.
24.
awesome.
By all means, use up your resources while you're doing it.
We want the prize.
Hey, no, hey, yeah, no, I get it. I believe it.
24.
So that-
21. Okay.
Okay, so they got a 22. So, but
So I
the
think-
24 is Wilfred gets the ball.
Right. Right. So now we press on offense.
I got a success.
I failed. Oof.
Ugh.
Oh, this bad roll.
That's,
Ooh.
that's just
yeah.
one success.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah. Back
They
to
got
defense.
2 successes, so they have it.
Okay, they're back on. Okay, now we gotta play defense.
Mhm.
One.
Okay, one
geez.
success.
Oh, no.
Ugh.
2 successes.
Two successes.
Yeah, okay, so they're... Oh, they only got 1, so that's...
Yay.
Okay.
We get the ball back.
We
Okay,
get the
press
ball
it.
back.
Press the attack. Press the attack.
Okay.
Press. Go. Do it now.
1, 2,
All right,
3, 4.
All right.
There's 4.
Okay, and they roll. They're not getting that many. So you guys get to make... you get to either try to charge it up or...
Just attack.
Just
Just
attack.
attack.
Just
Just
attack.
attack.
Yeah.
Rowan, hit him. Hit him, Matt. Rowan, hit him.
All right, let's hope. Let's hope, right?
Oh!
Oh, no. Yeah, so... Scramble.
Scramble. Scramble for the ball.
20. 24.
23.
19.
Okay, that 24 with a crit is pretty good.
Oh God! Who was that
Yeah,
last?
no, so, yep, Rowan has the ball.
All right. Press the attack. Press the attack. Go, go, go.
1,
I got a
2,
success.
3.
3.
I got a success. 2, 3.
Looks
3
yeah,
successes.
3.
I'm rolling higher after a bad roll, so maybe this will be better.
They only got 2 successes.
Okay, Rowan, attack! Rowan, attack!
Come on.
I'm gonna do better.
Center back.
Oh!
Oh!
Yeah.
That was almost a net one. Jesus.
Okay, Jim, I got a question. It has to be a dexterity attack?
Well, it's a
It
ranged
could be a
attack.
strength attack. It's a
Oh,
ranged attack.
okay. So
But it
it's
does
a
have
net.
finesse, so it could be like, like javelins can be
Could-
strength ranged,
okay,
right? Yeah.
okay. My bonus is +8 with javelins, guys. So I think maybe I should be throwing the ball at them.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Good.
I have think, actually
But
think.
it's strength. I didn't realize you have strength based abuse. So, okay, so maybe I should be
Well,
trying
you
to
guys
make
have
the
been
attacks.
running around a lot too, so
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. 22.
So they
we're
actually
scrambling.
got 4 success. Wait, no. So we are
Scramble,
you're
we're
right.
scrambling.
Yeah.
So yeah, 21 is the highest they got.
Okay, so
it
I
goes
got.
up.
So we got the ball. Okay. So
What?
Ah,
Okay.
okay, 1 success, 2 success,
successes.
3
There we go.
successes.
Okay. Do we? Is that all of yours?
Yep,
Yeah.
3
Yeah,
successes.
Yeah. Okay.
First 6. Yep.
2, 3. They also got 3.
Oh no!
Okay, so
another
scramble,
Yeah.
scramble, back to scramble.
Ah,
Okay,
that's highest.
I'm not
Oh,
highest.
this isn't as good. This isn't as good as this
Yeah.
time.
Oh!
Oh no!
So 17 is our highest.
Okay. They got a 21, so they have.
They have the ball.
Okay,
Go on
we got the
defense.
ball.
Defense.
I got a
defense.
success.
Oh, hey, there's a good round.
Wow!
Yeah.
All
no,
right.
So that's 5 already. That
Six
Literally,
successes.
Okay, we
all
get
of
the-
you
we-
succeeded this time. They can't possibly. They
Okay,
can't.
we
Yeah.
now we press the attack. Pressing attack. 1 success, 2
2,
success,
Oh my
3.
god!
Oh.
We have 3
success.
Two
successes.
successes.
3.
3.
3.
Yeah. Okay. 3. And so they're trying to get it away from you. 1, 2, 3, 4, and including 2 crits.
Oh, crap. Okay, so
wow.
we're on
Yeah.
defense again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 1 success, 2 success,
3.
3.
Yeah.
3
One.
success.
They only got 1, so
Okay, so we
Okay.
get the
Hey,
ball
we got the
back.
ball back.
lots
Pushing back.
lots of
1.
turnovers.
I get success. 2.
Okay.
3.
Oh my god!
All right.
This is the divine dice gods payback.
Oh man, no successes on their end this
Okay, so
Yay.
Ali gets the
Olé.
ball and
Attack!
hooks, hurls it hard.
Yeah. All right.
27.
Ah!
Bam!
Just right in that Majin's face, and he just instantly teleports away. And so they only have 3 players remaining, but it's a scramble again.
Okay.
Okay,
Ali was pissed.
21.
They got a
Oh,
22.
I rolled 27 again.
23.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah!
Yeah, so not only did Ale, I think what happened with that last one is that you ended up like actually pretty close, and it was just like almost just like point blank football pass right in this thing's face, and then it just bounced right back to you.
All right. Press the attack, guys. Press the attack. Okay.
Success. 2.
Success. 3.
Oh.
3 successes.
Oh,
4.
is it 4? 4 successes?
4.
That means they
4
can't beat that. They only have 3 people left.
All right. Ali plays Chuck the thing
Can-
again.
Wilfred?
20.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Okay, that works.
They're down to 2.
All right.
They can see.
Scramble.
Scramble for the ball.
Wilfred, you can go for the next one.
Okay.
I think Rowan is going to get the ball here,
Okay.
maybe.
Yeah. They can't. Oh wait, no. This is scramble, so they could
Scramble. This
theoretically
is
get the
scramble.
24.
They could get the ball.
Nope, they got 23.
All right. Rowan gets the ball. Okay. Press the attack.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh
Okay.
my gosh!
1 success. 2 successes.
success.
So they could theoretically pull it.
Tie.
Nope. But nope, they both fail.
All right.
I'll try.
Attack.
Can I?
mean,
Let's do
Yes,
it.
I
give
got a
Will,
plus
give
8.
Will for the chance.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, like it's going well enough. You can start putting in like second team, and
19.
that succeeds. All right, they've only got 1 guy left.
All right.
Scramble.
Scramble.
That. I.
Wow, 20.
Oh, I quitted.
Yeah, they can't hit high enough for that. So yeah.
Okay, press the attack.
Press the attack.
1, 2 successes. Yep.
3 6. You get 2 successes.
Yeah, so they they can't this one poor
Yeah, they
one
can't.
poor player
Right.
remains.
Who's
gonna
finishing
get-
them
gonna
off for
get this
Trent?
one? Iggy, your turn.
No.
You got it, Iggy. You got it, Iggy.
Go, Iggy.
No, I don't.
Oh,
have, you
Iggy.
seen, have you seen all those digits?
It's
You
fine,
win, you
Iggy.
win. Iggy, Iggy, Iggy.
Iggy. Iggy.
Iggy.
All right. So there is there's no applause because there's no actual audience, right? Well, Valine
Yeah.
says, "Well done."
I want to think that the tomb tapper goes.
What's a
No,
credit?
it would be-
Taps on
it
the
would be-
ground with his
It's
hammer.
about this down
it,
here.
It,
Yeah.
it doesn't seem to be responding to the victory. But that weird holographic face appears again, and Professor Scant translates it. Says, "Congratulations, the trophy is yours." It is. And sure enough, that pedestal has this fancy trophy cup on it, made
I'm gonna
from
go get that
mithril,
trophy.
embedded with 3 blue spinel gemstones, and at a rough guess, your expert adventurer appraiser's eyes tell you it's probably worth about 1,800 gold.
Oh, jeez.
No, it's probably going to go in the bar, isn't it, Rowan?
I mean, if we
Hey,
really need, once I can do a hero's feast,
Listen,
it
guys.
really
Actually,
help.
yeah,
Listen, guys. It'll make a great story to tell at the Seeker's Inn when we talk about how we won a Nether East
Yeah.
game championship.
yeah.
May I point out that very soon this force field dome is going to come down and we're going to be
And we'll have to play
that
fight the
tomb
Tomb Tapper. That's true. Okay, grab the
Yeah,
I'll grab the trophy.
I'm grabbing the trophy.
Okay, so Rowan, you feel extra invigorated while you're holding it, and what I'll just tell you, you get the feeling that there's a shimmer of magic to it, and what I'll actually just tell you is that it functions for whoever's holding it as a stone of good luck, which is a +1 bonus to ability checks and saving throws
Oh, nice.
okay.
Nice.
for whoever's holding it. Normally, a stone of good luck requires attunement. This one does not. It's just whoever's holding it.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Cool.
And you're all standing around there and talking about how great it's going to look up on
Yeah,
the,
the Tomb Tapper.
yeah,
Give
and
me the
then
run,
the
guys.
force field drops.
And I,
All right.
everyone's just like, run!
And here's the thing. Y'all just ran around an awful lot.
We did. We just won a championship.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
I think we need to fight this thing.
I think we need to fight it.
Are you going to fight it right there on the board there?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it's as good a place as any.
Or
And,
could now? Here's a question: could we get to the up, let it come down into the stadium, and then us go out the other side because it follows us directly? It doesn't do anything.
Oh, right. No, I got exactly.
And then
what
have
you're
the
saying. We're gonna run away and get it to climb down into the bottom of the arena.
Yes, because when it makes the first step, maybe the force field will
But
come.
we got to get out before that thing gets to the bottom.
we
So
do.
go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay. So this is what it's going to come down to.
Oh God!
Oh, God.
Because this is a dangerous strategy, right? Because even the slowest members of your party need to be able to get out, or else they'll be stuck in there with it.
Right. So
Yeah.
we're going all in one go. Like you're going.
You're
up
making
a-
sure that you're staying together, so you'll either
Yeah.
all make it or
We're-
all not.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So that I think is going to be. I'm just trying. You know what? Let's just go ahead and you're going to make the same check you were playing during the game, with the same target.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what we're looking at is more success than failures. Is what we're looking for.
Oh no.
Okay.
Okay,
I
that's
was rolling
three.
2 and 2.
for that. All right. Whatever.
Oh,
I think we did it. I think we did it.
You did. And so, yeah, what happens is that yes, the force field comes down, and you see it starting to trump down the stairs towards you. You immediately are sprinting up there, up the far side, running up the stairs. You just played a game of lightning ball, and now you're doing the arena stairs. It's just like, but you still had the adrenaline going. You make it up, and then just as you reach the far side, you turn back to look, and the Tomb Tapper takes a step onto the field. And then once again, you see a new team of Majin appear, and the Tomb Tapper is standing in the center of the field.
What a complaint!
But
Yeah.
that thing might just go around and smash all those guys. So let's get moving before
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Okay, we
was
go-
expertly done. I love that. So here's what I think is going to happen is that we're going to go ahead and close the session for tonight
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
But I will also say that for completing the challenges of all 8 Towers of Magic, and especially for that masterfully won game of Lightning Ball, you're all going to level up before the next
Level
Oh
10.
man, smiting! Here we come.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Christiana,
ooh, ooh. Oh.
for having the idea of trapping the thing in the arena, I would like inspiration.
Granted.
Ah.
Yeah. No, it was great.
Oh.
I'm gonna have a decision to make. I get an additional fighting style, so I get to see what kind of.
I
kind of
get
fighting
divine intervention.
Which goddess?
Oh,
Depends
boy.
on the situation, I guess.
Well, dang it!
Oh.
You know, if we're planning on doing this all in one day, then you would have one chance.
Well,
Only
so
get one shot.
like here's where what I will actually leave us with on one little grace note, as you guys are feeling very pleased with yourselves, I'm sure, for trapping the Tomb Tapper in there, as it appears to have generated not only 6 Majin to be on the other team, but 5 additional ones to fill out its team. And it seems to not be sure what to do at the moment, but you're moving along, feeling pretty good for your, pleased with yourselves. You realize kind of over your back shoulder, you still have that tower with the floating top, and presumably, you're waiting for the other shoe to drop there. But I think what also you suddenly feel is just a little bit of a breeze picks up that's just kind of extra cold for just a moment.
Uh-huh.
Uh-oh.
And
Dun,
we'll leave
dun,
it there for that.
Dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun.
So, we'll leave it there. But thank you, everyone, for listening and or watching, whether you watch it on YouTube or listen to the podcast version, or whether you're watching us live on Twitch, like we had several people doing and participating in the chat. So thank you so much for that. We love you. And we will be back next week for more adventure on so many levels. Rime of the Frostmaiden.
We are the champions!
Yay!
Yes, of lightning
Okay.
ball.
Yeah.
The game was fun, but I just had the idea. I was like, wait a minute.
No, that's pretty great. Pretty great.
See,
yeah.
I was just hoping that we could get high ground advantage and like try to just basically range it to death
Oh,
before.
yeah, no, I mean, that, we could have done that too, but it turns out not necessary. But in the meantime, I'm going to stop the stream now. Good night, everybody.